Like, he real out just did anything. I cannot believe he just did that. Oh. Oh, well, oh, you hit that, John. No. I know this thing can't be on. Can you hear me? Whoever watching this right now, I don't know. Because the thing ain't really. Da 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 da. Hey, see if the jump real quick one. I just but I don't think it is.
On the homicide investigation of 17-year-old Noah Scurry, he's the star student athlete gunned down outside his home in front of his athlete gunned down outside his home in front of his athlete gunned down outside his
home. Damn, I just fucked my whole night up. This nigga's goddamn Mark Andrews. He oversees that. You ready?
I'm already learning over there. I don't feel no type of way about the TikTok man. I'm already a Chinese citizen. I'm trying to get up in there. They already done lied and tricked us, telling us China did this, China did that. We walked over there. China said, hey, y'all. They was over there like, let me teach y'all my language so y'all can get into it. And I was a little nervous at first, but now we all on Shahan Shul. We all over there on that red no app. It's real cool over there. But I still like TikTok because that man, he really fought for us. I ain't never seen a Chinese man fight for us or anything like that in my life. Never. So I'm going to be having fun over there. They just mad because we learning so much. Y'all keep tricking us. Y'all already told us Africa look like the slums. Africa is beautiful. Y'all done told us Chinese people, they are enemies. They happy to see us. They said we was their enemies the whole time. So basically, we've been getting played in America. They thought they was going to take away an app that's owned by a man that's in China, and we was just going to accept that. Now, we done packed up our bags, and we done moved over there to a real Chinese app. And then now they finna take all our data. Oh, and when they take my data, they going to say a lot of X on there. They going to judge me real bad. But we ain't really got nothing to do because what are they going to find from Americans from using our phones? We don't even know what's going on over here. We done got lied to our whole life. Now we woke. Now they mad. Now they trying to extend the ban because now they like, oh no, we don't went on the Chinese app for real. Nah, we good over there. We good. We chilling. We cool. I don't feel like. That's cool. I'm talking about I gotta learn more about culture. I gotta learn Mandarin. All I know how to say is ni hao. And the other thing, I said, what up? What I say, what up? What up is it shoe? My name is. I learned how to say that. Hopefully they got a Starbucks over there. When I'm done with this court case, I'm moving over there too. Hopefully they ain't all short like America trying to make them. I need me a tall one. But we gonna get on here and I'm gonna act right. You ready? I'm gonna act right so we get all this over. My name's Shetelly over there too.
Again, of course, I mean, I feel like realistically the best way to start and the only way to start is, of course, TikTok went on a ban for 12 hours and came right back. And I mean, of course, you see so many people on social media voicing their opinion. And I think some people, and I think realistically, I'm going to play a clip of a few content creators who kind of just voice their opinion on how they felt, because you see so many people via Instagram or Twitter trying to kind of, I guess, downplay people who really have found a way to make a living on social, make a living off of TikTok, and also try to make it seem like, oh, y'all crying about an app being closed. I think some people is just like, that's their way out. Like, I'm not mad at people, because whatever your vice is your vice. We talk about that all the time on here. So I can't be mad at people, especially for people who learn how to make OD money on TikTok. So I think it's just realistically, I think sometimes just people you hate to see other people happy. And then I seen Queen Naja and I seen DDG, both of them sit here and say, oh, that TikTok being banned is going to help bring real music back. Let me just be clear. I don't even know how DDG tweeted that. Maybe that was just him. I think of course, I always say some people just understand how to troll or understand how to manipulate social media. So I think he just realistically just tweeted that just to tweet it to kind of get people in an uproar. Because realistically, I mean, I told y'all last week, I found out about almost probably all his songs via TikTok, if we being honest, especially the last one he just recently posted. But yeah, let me play this clip real quick of this young lady, her kind of just explaining why she liked TikTok a little bit. So, of course, like I said, it literally was maybe down for 12 hours. And you get to see so many people kind of, like I said, even some people were sad, some people celebrate, because you do just see, like I said, even just it depends on who you follow and what you like to follow. But I do think that is the difference. And I think, to me, even when I talked about it last week, for Elon Musk or for any of these guys who own, Mark Zuckerberg, I think realistically, if I'm them, you kind of, and I see Instagram trying to fix their algorithm. Like, I do start to see now a little bit more often that you just see a bunch of random videos come down your timeline. And I think realistically, that's just what people like about TikTok, because you can bump into so many random content creators. You can end up stumbling on just so much random stuff, where realistically for when you sit here saying for Instagram, it was almost like it was just a celebrity driven thing, period. So, because even just for, like I said, going back into the Queen Naja thing, I think I'm not want to kind of tie it into DDG, because I feel like he just be saying stuff just to be trolling. But just for even Queen Naja to think that she felt comfortable saying real music, it's endless music that people like. Even just when the two songs that I sent you today, what was the one from what's his dude name? Isaiah, what's his name? Isaiah Falls, and the other dude is Carrie. He spelled his name Karri. I found all of these literally on TikTok. These was just some, but these are already signed, established artists. But I just realistically found their music via somebody else sharing it on TikTok. I think just realistically, for especially like somebody like Queen Naja, your music just may not resonate enough via social media. So you sitting here just basically.
But with her, I kind of think what she's saying is so people won't have that. Oh, I'm trying to make a TikTok hit. I think that's more so like if you don't have the TikTok app, you can't try to say I'm just making a song for TikTok, because nobody say, "Well, I'm making a song for Instagram or I'm making a song."
But yeah, but I think just to me, when people say, "Oh, you making a TikTok song," what's the difference? You just basically saying I'm making a club hit. It's the difference. Like now, because a lot of people, I mean, of course, it's a group, it's an age group of people who don't go nowhere. So their version of the club is TikTok. So you sitting here saying, yeah, I'm not gonna make that's your problem. Like that ain't nobody. You can't sit here because it's random songs that like them 2 songs I sent you, those are R&B joints. Like those aren't TikTok songs. I think it just depends on how they resonate with the people. And I think realistically, a lot of people just try to, even if you were, I seen even people who got podcasts and YouTube channels, like you was happy that TikTok was going down, but I feel like if you happy about that, that just means you're not using the resources to you, because you're not like, I wouldn't care. It doesn't make go break me because I'm gonna post all of the videos on the same jumps, but I know the difference between taking clips for the podcast where it's like random jumps that I just did that I wouldn't think will hit. They always hit on TikTok, especially if it's something like the relationship or family oriented conversations. Like the Jimmy Butler jump went crazy on TikTok. It didn't do nothing on Instagram. So that's why I said for like content creators, you kind of almost like you need, because every algorithm is not going to be friendly to you every day. So it's literally like a gamble, but it'd be literally from when I talked about, what was it, the pajama jump we talked about the week before that jump went crazy on TikTok. Didn't do nothing for real on Instagram. So that's just my point, where it's like, I understand it. Like, of course, I'm not going to sit here and be and that's just because my personality wouldn't be for somebody to sit here and crash out and cry about nothing, let alone a social media app. But I understood where people were coming from, because there are realistically, it's so crazy, because I even say this just even screw the content piece. I know girls who live in the DMV, we follow each other on Instagram, but they're way more flirtatious on TikTok, because why? You just don't feel like those extra eyes are on you, because it's just like, it's just, I don't necessarily know what it is. I honestly can't say it. Like, I literally know people who won't post nothing on their Instagram, but post all day long on TikTok.
I'm pissed because they fucking did CapCut.
But I mean, it's all back now.
No, CapCut, I still got to say it's restricted.
Oh, but it probably just maybe take a day or so. But I thought they was all back, because they all realistic. They all, I mean, attached to each other. So I thought they would have, because CapCut is the same person who run Instagram is a CapCut John. So like I said, to me, it's just when you see people celebrate the John, I'm just like, bro, some of y'all just be so like, you happy that other people was losing out on money. Like, now y'all got to get a real job. Like, bro, that's just hating. Like, that's crazy to me. Did you hate that somebody found the way to make money off of their personality? Like, people ain't sitting here like, oh, this is OnlyFans or this was anything else. It's not somebody outside selling drugs. It's not nobody scamming nobody, nothing. This is somebody real live, and it still take work. Like, you still got to be on there consistently. Like, them people, like, and that's why realistically, the only person out of all of those artists that perform for that crypto ball jump, I'm not even kind of really not judging. I ain't judging Soulja Boy, because I told y'all I know I can get on TikTok any day. And Soulja Boy be up, and he live on the West Coast, and he be up at 8 a.m. on East Coast time, real live, just on there doing the little TikTok, the TikTok battles or whatever the case, whatever they call them jumps on TikTok when they be battling each other. He literally be on that jump, the ass cracker Don, battling people. So I understand he just a hustler. It's just who he is. So for him, I don't judge him as much, because I'm watching him hustle every day on TikTok. Like for Rick Ross and for Snoop and Nelly, you may hold them to a different tier of how you judge people, but for somebody like Soulja Boy, I honestly don't judge him, because it's just like, bro, I watch him hustle every day, and that's my only point when I'm seeing people like I know a girl that she from here, and I watch her literally start her TikTok. She had like 500 followers. She done banged it out for like 10,000 followers, but she be on there literally every day, and she done found her lane. Like, she got some big boobs, and she know like, all right, I'm gonna put on the super short tight top, and I'm gonna just be on here talking. But if she'll shake a little bit and dudes will start tipping her. So I mean, you just find your hustle, you find your niche. What worked for you is that's what's going to work for you. But to see so many people just be like, you almost hating it. Then it's the community. Oh, look at now, y'all gonna treat the TikTok like y'all did the stimulus check. So what if they do? What does it bother you? Like, if you that woke and you understand, what the play that Donald Trump just ran with TikTok, who cares though? Like, why are you so mad that other people gonna praise him for it? He was the one who originally started the ban in the first place. Let me just take a perfect example of what he could have. You're absolutely right. 2020, when he wanted to, like right before the pandemic, or probably like in the middle of the pandemic, when he wanted to shut TikTok down. Cool, but guess what? He ended up, because if you've been listening to even when he was doing all the podcasts, or even after he won, he sit here and shouted his son out and was like, "Yeah, shout out to TikTok because I do pretty good on there." But he did though. He learned, just like any other content creator. You're going to figure out what works for you, because if Donald Trump kind of know, well, Instagram ain't my bag. He just, to me, it's just, I mean, of course he's the president, so you don't want to say this so it sounds crazy, but he ain't nothing but a content creator, and he figured out, well, yeah, maybe when I originally in 2020 didn't like TikTok because I probably wasn't using it the same way for somebody like me. I wasn't on there when I thought it was just the dancing app. And that's why so many people didn't care in 2020 when they was like, oh, we about to ban it. People really didn't care, because people felt like, oh, it's a bunch of people over there just dancing, so nobody cares. But to now you sitting here saying, all right, it's a little bit different, because you kind of see, the more people get on it, you get to see people, you actually get to see people you get to see them build up a different platform for themselves. You get to see them be a lot more comfortable. And I appreciate you in the chat. I appreciate that. You get to see them build their own community. You actually get to see them build something up for themselves. So that's why I'm not mad. I can't be mad at Trump for sitting here saying, all right, cool, it worked for me. When I was going to do trying to run the polls up and trying to get a younger audience, I got on TikTok. I went and did Aiden Ross Jones. I did Joe Rogan. Like, I can't be mad at somebody for figuring out what works for them. And that's just like every content creator on TikTok. So it's just like for people to sit here and hate and be like, oh, y'all treating this like the stimulus check. So what? Like, people need, and that's one thing I never agree with when people were sitting here trying to shame people for being happy and grateful for that $1,200 because you're not in other people's situation. Just because you may not need the $1,200, the same way you may not need TikTok. You can't speak for other people who actually need it. And I think that's one of the reasons why people don't bang with Instagram. Because I look at that shit all the time, and you just see, I'm like, oh, every time, especially when we talk about the notes. When you go look at notes on Instagram, I just watch a bunch of women just, oh, niggas is lame, niggas is broke. So, like, bro, that shit is a turnoff. Like, I don't see no nigga who's going to look at those things and be like, oh, I want to sit here and try to, let me change your mind from things. No, it's just a turnoff, and it make people don't want to be on Instagram. So that's why for regular people who feel like I can't live up to the materialistic things of Instagram, then cool. I'm gonna go on TikTok and I can just be my regular self. I can build a community from scratch because I don't feel like it's nothing. Nothing sitting over top of my head where it's not. I don't have to perform for my neighbor. I don't have to show up a certain way because none of these people know me. So I'm building them from scratch, so they'll get to know me for how I build my personality and build this platform up for me. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not mad at people for feeling some type of way or even being happy that TikTok was back. Like when I got on it today, everybody and their mother was excited. I'm not mad at them for feeling that way because some people, that's a different outlet. They don't bang with Instagram like that. It's just the same way like some people may not like Twitter. Like, okay, I'm not a super fan of Twitter, so what? Like, I'm supposed to be mad. I'm not supposed to get on Threads because I don't like Twitter. So like I said, every social media platform is different for everybody because the algorithms treat people different. Like the algorithms real live aren't in your favor every time. Like people be like, oh yeah, YouTube pay out more, but yeah, the YouTube algorithm ain't as friendly sometimes. I could literally post and talk about the same exact player or rapper or whatever the case may be, and it may hit one day, and then the next day it don't hit. So it's just like you literally, realistically, for any of these platforms, it's the algorithm. It's the way the algorithm want to feed you that day. If the algorithm not in your favor, and I think realistically for most people, they feel like the TikTok algorithm is 9 times out of 10 always in their favor. So like I said, man, I'm not, shout out to Donald Trump. If that's going to be your new stimulus check, I ain't mad at you. And for people who mad at him, I mean, that's on you. Like I'll just be like, niggas get mad about anything.
And folks still out here worried about genders making transitions. Some of you would be better off calling a woman so at least we could begin to understand the than you. You got parents out here kicking out their kids for their sexuality but protecting the school shooter. You got folks outside of abortion clinics holding up signs telling folks they going to hell, but I have yet to see a protest on the front lawn at the home of a rapist. You rather teach your daughter what she can and cannot wear, but not teach your son how to respect the feet.
So I'm gonna play that. Only reason I'm gonna play the Soulja Boy jump. Only thing that was kind of blowing me because I see somebody in the chat saying that. Give me 2 seconds. Let me pull the jump up. Only thing I guess it was kind of blowing me a little bit because most of the jumps. Did I save it? Let me see if it's on Twitter where it's not a bunch of bleeps. They just bleep the jump out way too much. And I honestly ain't mad at him because I do think sometimes. And let's be clear and let's be honest. If we just keeping it a buck and we just talking about just money, I can't be mad. Like I said, I can't be mad at Soulja Boy's response with that one is because he kind of right. Like, nigga, did these people, none of these other people came and reached out to me and offered me no bread? So like I said, I'm about to play this clip of Soulja Boy responding to everybody who was kind of going super hard on him. And like I said, my personal opinion with Soulja Boy, I'm not mad at him because like I said, I get up in the morning time and I see Soulja Boy on TikTok earning his bread every day. So I'm not mad at somebody who's sitting here. I don't know how much he got paid for this thing. And I guess realistically, the better question is to everybody even listening, what will be your price? Like, what would be your price that can make you sit here and say, I don't care how people feel. I'm gonna perform at this inauguration, John. Like, what's the number for you? And this is the thing I think with people sometimes when of course, I can't even sit here and say, is it your morals or your principles? Because it's like, bro, bills is bills. And some people don't have enough family to lean on or for somebody like Soulja Boy. If he's the breadwinner of his family, Soulja Boy do got kids. I'm not 100% positive if all his parents or his siblings or whatever are still alive or anything like that. But I'm sure 9 times out of 10, like most professional athletes, like most rappers or entertainers, they are the head of their household. They are the sole provider where they sit here they the bank that their family members can kind of go to. So sometimes it's just like, it's easy if you just got your regular 9 to 5 live and your job don't sit here and push the line for you, you might feel some type of way. But I can still sit here and say the same thing is, and before I play the Soulja Boy clip, you can kind of judge it where it's like, all right, so is the people who working at the hotels downtown in DC, they still working during the inauguration too. The cab drivers, the metro people, everybody in them like, bro, it's a job. I still gotta go to work. Just because they sitting here throwing the Trump thing, is it really like it's still a job? Like, I mean, I guess you see and say because they had an option because they're an entertainer, but no, I still got bills. It's still about to be the first of the month. Like, so I'm gonna play Soulja Boy response.
Trying to say something about me performing at the crypto ball party. Did Kamala call my fucking phone? Did Obama call my motherfucking phone? Did any of you niggas call my motherfucking phone? Oh God, nigga. The fuck you mean, nigga? I know what the fuck I want, nigga. Trump called my phone. It wasn't even a Trump event. Trump wasn't even there, nigga. Y'all so worried about he performed. Damn Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross. Kamala, you ain't even win, bitch. Obama, you ain't called my fucking phone, nigga. Y'all suck my dick, nigga. Y'all want me to not answer the phone of the fucking president, nigga? This nigga the president of the motherfucking United States, nigga. Nigga, Trump wasn't even there, nigga. It wasn't even a Trump event, nigga. It was a crypto ball for crypto, nigga. Nigga, y'all can suck my dick, nigga. Cancel me all day, nigga. Fuck y'all, nigga.
So do I think Soulja Boy dragged it a little bit? Yeah, I'm cool. Of course, I'm cool. I'm never gonna be like down for sitting here calling the vice president out of her name. Like, I'm cool on that one. But then I think Soulja Boy realistically probably look around sometimes at his shows where he might be like, it ain't too many black people at Soulja Boy shows anyway. If you have never seen a Soulja Boy show, all you gotta do, I mean, just go on his page. He performed. 90% of Soulja Boy shows are non-black people at a regular Soulja Boy show. So do you think Soulja Boy really care if people kind of like, oh, black people like, I'm cool on Soulja Boy? I don't necessarily know if niggas care. Like, let's be honest. Like, go ahead.
My thing is this: I really don't get why people. I mean, because people had a stance, but nobody like actually show who they voted for or what they voted for. You know what I'm saying? So you don't really know that. You just going off of because he's black, he probably voted. You know what I'm saying? Democrat. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you're going off of. But what if he did vote for Trump? Okay, what do you know what I'm saying? Like my only thing is with that, and like you said before, you're doing a job. My question is, okay, so if Diddy was free right now. And Diddy had a party and y'all performed, what would y'all say then?
I mean, that's what I said. I think for most people, realistically, I think it's easy to always kind of cast judgment when it's not your bills that need to be paid. That's my only thing. Like that's to me, it's easy to say and say, if you don't need the money, or if your bills ain't on the line, it's easy to say, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily do it. But if you got bills to pay, none of us know what Soulja Boy bills is. I can just look at, even in this video in his house, he talking about that ceiling high as hell. So I'm sure he got some room in there. So I'm sure that realistically, wherever he live at ain't cheap. So I can't be mad. Now, do I think that the money I think that is one of course, I said that even last week, just the corniest thing sometimes rappers do is like, because that to me, what rappers do, their favorite thing to hide behind is jewelry and money. Like, you ain't have to sit here like, bro, we know you got paid. So you to sit here and flash that money. I know for a fact that money that you were showing on that camera, you didn't get paid that much. Like, let's be real. Let's keep it a buck. Like, that's my only thing with that's what I respect.
Paid like that.
Yeah, and that's what I say. I respect you performing because you got bills and you got responsibilities. Cool, because like I said, it's a job. It's people literally working right now at of course they changed the name of the hotel that was right there by the White House. It was the Trump Hotel, but they end up changing the name. I believe it's the Westin now. But people still work there. And there is nothing but black people that work there, dog. So you can't like it's crazy that people for people to feel some type of way. And let's be clear, it's all black people who are gonna drive the trains, the people to this inauguration stuff. It's all black people who work for the Metro bus. Listen, this is DC. 90% of the people who are going to be moving people around during this inauguration on Monday, 90% of the people are going to be black. So would you treat these same black people the same way you're trying to treat Soulja Boy? Like, that's what I said. For Snoop and Rick Ross, maybe people can have a different feeling, especially I think none of us don't think Snoop Dogg need the money. So do you feel a different way about Snoop? And especially I've seen a tweet
in the contract.
What you mean in what contract?
Like, you know what I'm saying? We've seen him on all these commercials and all that, but what if that was in his contract to perform? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I'm saying I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, you shouldn't have did it. But if it was in your contract, you got.
No, I think people's biggest beef with Snoop was because he tweeted out there. That's what I'm saying. But his original tweet during the Trump his first time in office, he was like, damn, y'all sit here, y'all some coons and y'all tap dancing, to perform for Trump or whatever case may be. So people kind of just brought up and even Elon Musk retweeted Snoop Jones like, damn, haven't times changed, because that's what Snoop tweeted. Literally, and people crucified, we talked about Chrisette Michelle. Like, they went crazy on her for when she performed it, because she was at that time, she was the only black person to perform. And like I said, again, even for Rick Ross, like, I understand Rick Ross on brand, his brand is money, money, money. But then it's kind of like, bro, let's keep it up. Sometimes we got to call a spade a spade. When the last time you sit here and seen Rick Ross on a club fire? When the last time you seen Rick Ross even headlining? Shit, the closest I done seen Rick Ross name to a headline jump, I'm not going to speed through the topics, but it's this Big Meech Welcome Home concert. I have not seen Rick Ross name that high on nobody's flyer in God knows how long. So that's my only thing. I think sometimes, of course, because rappers, their brand and the way that they portray themselves is like they don't need the money. So then that's when people start to question your principles and morals, because it make it seem like if my brand is I don't need money, so then that make people sit here and say, well, damn, what you doing it for if you don't need the bread? And that's why you got to answer for it, because you would never have to answer for what you got going on if you don't lead with, oh, I don't need the money, I'm rich, this, that, and the third. So, I mean, like...
So to play devil's advocate, where do you draw the line at them? Because, like, if it was a KKK rally, would you be like, nah, I'm not? So that's what I'm like, where do you draw the line?
I guess for some of these niggas, it just, if we being honest, it's probably... I'm going to play the Nelly clip right after this. I think for most people, it's just... I don't know, dog. Like, at this point, I honestly don't know. It's hard to say. Like, I don't know. I honestly don't know. And that is a good question. I don't know where you draw the line at.
Because that's not even like how, like a lot of people, like, I mean, to bring religion into it, but like how some people are Muslim or whatever, that, you know what I'm saying, you got your belief. But then you might, oh, well, I'm going out for my friend's birthday or whatever. Ain't that celebrating something? Like, do they, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, like I said, I think just for everybody, and I think for just every rapper, for even people when it comes to religions, and I'm glad you brought religion in, because that's the perfect example. That was the matter of fact, that's the perfect example. We would take the Muslims out. I can only speak on Christians. So let's just be clear. Most Christians pick and choose which sins hit harder. I can tell y'all perfect right now. It's the young lady who played for Notre Dame. What's her name? Hannah. I forgot her last name, but Hannah, who played for Notre Dame. Like, I guess over the summertime, she retweeted a pastor talking about gay marriage or whatever the case is, a sin or whatever the case may be. Man, people are cruel. Every time she have a crazy game, somebody bring it up and try to throw it back in her face. But I'm 90% of that's a sin. It is a sin. In the Bible, gay marriage is a sin. But it's endless Christians who make sins every day. So how do y'all get mad at because she sit here and feel that type of way? She may feel the same way about having kids before marriage, or may feel the same way about murder or whatever the case may be. So you're absolutely right. Christians pick and choose what's a sin and what's not. And that's the same way people pick and choose on what they'll take money from. Because some people, like you sit here and say, like, what would be the line for somebody? Would you go perform at a KKK rally if the money was enough? And then the question would be is how much do you really need the money? So I think all of that, realistically, if we're being honest, I think it's a case-by-case scenario, because most people do got a price. Like, think about how many women see and say, oh, I wouldn't have took the 1.5 from Skip Bayless, but there was so many niggas who podcasting and was like, shit, I would have took the 1.5. So just think about how that's realistically, that's just how it is. Like, that's not that's just how it be, dog. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, so it's just, I don't think realistically, I think everybody has a price, but you don't know your price until you actually get hit with them times. You can sit here and say that shit, but think about how many people are like, man, I ain't working no 80 hours or this, that, and the third. But when they get close to Christmas and you got kids and you really want to provide a good Christmas for your kids, think about all them extra hours people work. Think about people, oh yeah, I'm about to go DoorDash, or I'm about to do this. Everybody, you don't want to do this shit on the normal. You probably work your regular 9 to 5 and don't feel like doing nothing extra for no bread. But when it get close to holidays, or screw it, maybe you don't celebrate holidays. But if it's close to your birthday and you're trying to go big for your birthday, damn, I'm trying to go on this vacation. I want to stay in this place. I want to go here. Guess what you do? You go sit here and do them fucking DoorDash jumps, and you sit here and go get you an extra bag. What happened? They got 2 points?
And your boy did it again.
Andrews? Come on, Mark Andrews. You fucking playing with the white mob, dog. God damn you, bitch. Yeah, but like I said, it's just, I think, damn, Mark Andrews is fucking blowing me, dog. Like, that, and the shit, like, real quick, just because it's, oh my God, it was in his hands, dog. Oh, Mark Andrews, you was a whore, dog. Oh my God. Damn, and he put that shit in the money. Damn, this nigga Mark Andrews. Oh my God. Oh, man. All right, anyway, going back to the stand-up topic, like I said, that's just the thing. I think everybody have a price, and I think it's just realistically, it's just into your time and when it hits to you and how you feel. But like I said, I'm gonna play this clip of Nelly, because the sad thing for Nelly, I mean not for Nelly, for Ashanti, because Ashanti is attached to Nelly now. They supposedly married, they got a kid, supposedly they also have another kid on the way. So you see a lot of women kind of dragging her right now for Nelly's response. And I think The smartest person out of all this may have been Rick Ross because he didn't give you no response. It's like, cool, I'm gonna take this back. Yeah, Snoop. No, I think Snoop didn't respond, but Snoop had a video that him and Rick Ross was talking shit, like right after they performed.
That's right. Who said that? Ho. Now this who, I want to see if they're gonna give them backlash.
What's that? The YMCA niggas?
Yeah.
They been said they was gonna perform though.
But I'm saying is that the LGBT that community.
I think because a lot of people go back and forth if they sit here and say that if that song is what it really. I cannot believe Mark Andrews, dog. Y'all niggas in the comment section talking about some politics like I give a flying fuck, nigga. I'm sitting here mad as shit that Lamar Jackson just lost to Josh Allen. You niggas are whores. I don't know like what y'all niggas sit here getting upset and you get your panties in. Bro, I promise you, I don't give a fuck right now. This YouTube channel will get shut down. I'm so mad that fucking Lamar Jackson just lost to Josh Allen. You niggas talking about some Trump. I don't give a fuck about Trump, Soulja Boy, none of this nigga. Lamar Jackson just fucking shit the bed, bitch ass nigga, dog. Oh my God. I cannot believe this, dog. Lamar Jackson. I can't even put it all on Lamar Jackson because fucking Mark Andrews just fucked the money up twice in one fucking night, dog. I cannot. Yeah, nigga, he almost ran a fucking touchdown back off the fumble. Damn, bro. It's not. I can't. Nah, shit, nigga. He picked up that fumble and almost ran and back to the crib
because of that whole situation. Like you ain't really heard his name since then. He been quiet. Like I didn't even know he was playing.
Oh yeah, no. He almost ran a fumble. He literally almost ran a fumble back. Yeah. Damn, I cannot believe fucking Lamar Jackson, dog. Ah, man. Damn, dog. I can't watch ESPN or shit for the rest of the week. Oh, that shit. And then this bitch ass nigga Nick Wright. Oh man, god damn, dog. That's Lamar's a bitch, dog. Damn. In other news, like I said, moving on. A topic that I actually cared about. It kind of threw me off, and it made me think twice because it was a young man who was in Philadelphia. Of course, the first thing that they led with was, had a high GPA, had the highest GPA in his graduation class, or whatever the case from the school he went from. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I swear to God, I literally almost ran for like, damn, let me hop on the green screen. And I was like, yeah, but no, because it's somebody's kid. And what made me think about that is because the same way I thought about it was like how I felt when I seen my friend pass and people go sit here and go do videos over it, talk about it. I'm like, you got to have more common courtesy because his mom was right there. So it's like, you can pick holes in parenting or whatever the case may be. And it made me, when I thought about it, I was like, damn, I was a kid. And I kind of really sit here, when you get to a certain age, would it kind of refresh your brain to make you really be like, damn, how much stuff did you do when you was 17, 18, 19, probably even all the way up to like 21, 22, where it was like, damn, do you blame it on the people that you kind of was like hanging around? Like, was it that you got to, like, by the grace of God, did you get to kind of maneuver a different way because it was like, so I'm gonna play the clip because I got a bunch of thoughts about that one.
Police say they're looking for at least 2 people for this homicide, possibly a third, and they believe they do have the vehicle that was used in the crime. But tonight, law enforcement sources are telling me they believe Noah Scurry appeared in a rap video with guns that was posted to social media the day before he was killed. New tonight, law enforcement sources confirmed there is a rap video uploaded to social media the day before 17-year-old Noah Scurry was shot to death behind his home in front of his mother, who was getting ready to take him to Samuel Fells High School. A screenshot of the video shows a man in a Joker mask, at times appearing to hold a gun. Sources tell Fox 29 they believe that to be Scurry. And the video began on homicide investigation against the underground community on the SAT test.
The student who was killed was exceptional. No problems from him whatsoever, according to the principal and other staff members. As you might imagine, they are distraught.
Scurry's mom surrounded by loved ones today, including the basketball coach and other staff from the high school. Grief counselors were also on site and will be as needed, according to district officials. Students say they could feel the impact all day.
When you saw him around, like, he brought the energy to everybody.
Whenever he entered the room, the room was free. It was all his mom or somebody who was around him. He had a whole future ahead of him, too.
Now, again, police say this is an active and ongoing investigation. The district saying tonight they are committed to working with police, elected officials, and others on the urgent need to tackle gun violence in the city. Jason.
Joey Wolf said.
Principal said Scurry scored the highest.
And the crazy thing is, one, I do appreciate the news for kind of, even the way they talked about it, even the way they talked about him, or even getting the clips of the kids that spoke highly of him. But let's be honest, that video goes completely different from the way I appreciate the news for trying to paint him in the right picture. But then if you actually watch that video, it's like, bro, that is almost like one of those fears as a parent, I guess, how you will be scared about how your kids, because the way he portrayed himself at school, you sitting here tomorrow, Danny almost a straight A student, and of course, I mean, anybody, if you ever took the SATs before, you know that is probably one of the hardest tests period to take. Like, even if you have watched any basketball or any sports movies, like one of my jumps that I can always go to is Blue Chips. When Shaq was trying to sit here and take, bro, he kept failing that jump, and Shaq was still Shaq, and he could not realistically pass that SAT, so he had to sit here and live with this lady for her to try to help him pass that. So I mean, whatever the case may be, so for him to have such a high score with that, but still have the audacity to go in a music video, bro. And they had that work in that video. Like, them little youngins was not holding nothing chump. Everything in that video had a dick on it. Pause, no diddy. Like, they was real live, really had some real smoke. So for us kind of just be like, damn, for you to sit here and post that video and even be able to be, are you damn near like you're Superman almost. Like, it's like literally I'm Clark Kent in school and home in front of my parents, and then I sit here and go and then I turn up a whole different type of demon, because it's hard for me to sit here and really sit here and watch that video and care about anything that these people saying on this news report, or even you sitting here trying to dress it up where he played basketball and I heard people saying, oh, he could have had an NIL, bro. I think he was averaging like 17 points. Like, don't drag it. You ain't getting no NIL averaging fucking 17 points a game. Like, yeah, for a booty butt school, not nothing worth talking about. Niggas out here fucking.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But
Gilbert Arenas out here dropping 30. Kion is dropping 30.
But just like that one that when Matt sent you, the one with a dude for what's name getting paid more than most rookie contract. People get deals, NIL deals.
Yeah, that's you're some of the white boy for Georgia.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So people get deals, local deals. They might be worth. You know what I'm saying? Like you saying that those are deals. You ain't getting nothing.
That the nigga scoring 17 points ain't about to get you no NIL. I'm in high school, no. And this niggas out here real life dropping 30.
He's in high school.
Yeah, he in high school. He's a high school student. He was in the 12th grade. So that's what I'm just saying. But still, my whole point of it is sometimes it's like, it's hard. I can't even. I wanted to, like, when I originally first seen the story, I wanted to bring the smoke to the parents because I'm like, no, how do you allow your kid to do this? But I can. If I'm just sitting here thinking, if I was a parent, no, I can understand how you can get finesse like that. If my kid is a straight A student and you sitting here, there's no way in hell I'm going to sit here and think my kid is a straight A student, or let's just sit here and say, let's take straight A's off. Let's just say an honor roll student, high SAT score, play basketball. Because like, listen, I'm not going to say, listen, I apologize. I'm not about to make it like 17 points as chump, but it's not NIL, and that was just me taking two different stories. It's cool, yeah. So like I said, it's cool, but still, I can kind of only imagine as a parent where it'll catch me off guard. I wouldn't think that my kid was out here doing that, but it's so like, damn. And his mom was right there, so his mom got to have to replay that for the rest of her life, dog. And I think sometimes, especially for young men, like that's
what he pulled up on.
What you mean? Somebody pulled up on him. They said it was two gunmen. Yeah, pulled up on them. Like they was getting ready to get in the car. Two gunmen came up on them and smoked them. And his mom was literally right there. So just imagine, hey, I'm getting my kid together for school. We about to get in the car to go to school. And right before he get in the car, boom, 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 boom. And it's over. And they scat our way.
So then why would you blame the parent then? Because you don't know what he's.
That's why I said I didn't want to blame the parent, but I'm still like, because it's hard for me to sit here and say the parent has to take some fault because you got to know what your kid is into. But it would be hard to say that. Like realistically, it's no way in hell.
Like he probably poured out on somebody.
No. He was on his way to school. It was like on the morning time on my way to school. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, and that video just don't make it no better. Because it's like it's so easy to kind of be like, oh, wrong place, wrong time. If it wasn't that music video, that music video tell on itself. Because it's too hard for you to sit here and try to say, this ain't that type of kid, bro. Watch the video. The video speaks for itself. And I think sometimes.
Well, so what was he doing in the video?
Nigga, they was in like the old Chief Keef video in the video raising a bunch of machine guns.
He was?
Yeah, he had the Joker mask on, and the name of the YouTube page was like Joker something, OTV Joker, whatever the hell his name, like, and it was a diss song. He was literally dissing a bunch of dead niggas already. And I ain't even about to sit here and drag it. Like I seen some pages try to pick it up and sit here and say he might have had something to do with Gilly's son. Like I feel like that age group and that gap is crying to crazy. So I don't want him to sit here and put that on him. But it don't matter. He was dissing somebody dead in that video. Like I don't live in Philly, so I don't know who the people he was talking about. But he was real live. It was literally a drill song. He was dissing dead people in that video. So it's kind of just like you can't be like, oh, he's a good kid. Like yeah, sometimes he may be a good kid, but it ain't no good kid feels that comfortable around a bunch of niggas with guns around him. You talking about if it was 20 people in that video, all 20 of them had guns. So there's no way you can sit here and say, hey, a good kid feel comfortable around 20 dudes with guns. That don't happen, dog. And you can't take no good kid. You can't even take a street dude who don't bang his iron and put him in a room with 20 dudes with hammers. Like if you that comfortable with 20 different dudes with guns, you used to this. This ain't nothing new to you. So I just realistically, the sad part is I feel sad for his mother because it's kind of like I'm sure she was super blindsided by this. Because if my kid out here doing that, I'm not taking my kid to school no more. Nigga, you figure it out. Take your bitch ass and get on the bus. If I'm a parent, if my kid got that type of energy that you can go make a video with that many straps, get your ass on the bus. I'm not taking you nowhere. And I ain't coming to none of your bed. Like, if that's how you gonna be, yeah, I'm not coming to none of them games, and you damn sure ain't getting in my car no more. Figure it out. I may call you a Uber or something, but you ain't getting in my goddamn car no more. It's no way in hell. Like that video, like when you get a chance for people, like go watch that video, bro. That video was crazy. Like it's too hard. Like I said, I appreciate the news for the way they try to betray him. Cool, I respect that. But I watched that video. You ain't about to tell me you ain't too many A's and B's that can hide behind all them sticks and drums. Like I'm sorry, dog.
How many videos he had up there?
That was it. That was like he only might have had like 200 subscribers on his page. Like this was a fresh YouTube page. And the video had like 50,000. So, I mean, of course, we live in the times where if you dissing somebody and people know that you're about to upload a diss on and you in school, it's extra easier for the video to fly around because I'm sure you in a bunch of group chats, y'all got Facebook, you got whatever for your school. So it's easier for the song to float around. So the song did, like by the time when they took the screenshot of that video, the video was at like 54,000 views. But 54,000 views ain't worth losing your life. Like, let's keep it a buck. Like, that's not worth losing your life. There's no way in hell you can sit here and be like, oh, I signed up for, nah, dog. It ain't worth it. And I think that's sometimes where you got to kind of be able to That's the thing you got to kind of sit down with your kids for to explain to them, like, yeah, it's cool. You may get the views, but is the views worth you're not even going to be able to use them?
So what's it like a neighborhood beef type of situation?
I'm sure with he's a local rapper, so I mean, with anytime it's always going to be a neighborhood thing. It can't be nothing else but a neighborhood thing because it's just local. It ain't nothing. This ain't nothing major. I do want shout out to Cassie now. I do appreciate how he's showing his little Baltimore dude love. But I guess he won't be going to the Super Bowl no more because damn Lamar. Hey.
That's scary.
You know the crazy thing is, that's a extreme OD pause, and I've never in my life thought about calling yourself caramel is how gay he made it sound. Like that's when you know you kind of like, damn, I know I'm old because I never thought, oh damn, like if a girl like, oh, what's your skin color like? And this is realistically, let's be clear, you had these conversations.
You like skin?
When you know, because I probably would have said caramel, and that's what people were like. This how old we are. Like nigga, that was some Facebook shit. Like that was on Facebook. Like when you didn't have a bunch of pictures, so you kind of had to describe yourself to somebody. So do you just think about now? I'm just like, damn, that dude sound wild gay that he didn't say it like that. Like, damn, who the hell? Like, yeah, I'm caramel. Like that dude. Now I never thought about that until right now. It was like, no, but even as a nigga repeating it, just sound gay. Like I'm caramel.
Like yeah, I'm caramel complexion.
Nah, he didn't fuck my ears up now. Because now every time I say, I think it sound gay. Like I'd rather you just see.
Yeah, I think because it was a dude. If a dude's telling you that you're caramel complexion or you're an almond joy type, you know what I'm saying? Like that from a dude saying that, yes. But you telling to a girl like, yeah, I think I might be a caramel complexion.
I don't know, though. All right, so my question, I guess, real quick, I do want to get into this SNL sketch from, and I'm on the fence with it because, of course, I mean, this is what SNL do. But I'm not gonna lie, y'all know I say this every week. This is my favorite show on the internet, is the Red Poppin' Balloon Joe. But I was kind of mad, like, damn, why you didn't get them to let them do that? Let them be the people who let the girl be the girl who asks the questions. Like, you can still have Dave Chappelle and them on there, but why not have her? Like, everybody know who it is and where you got it from, but it's still kind of like, damn, you just kind of, I feel like you damn it just like you, because SNL, let's be clear, that's a white person shit. Like, SNL is some white people shit. You just kind of like strong arm them for their shit. Like, we know because we watch it. But people who not a part of the culture, you may have never seen this video before. So you don't know where they got that from. Like, if I'm a white person in the middle of Arkansas, I'm probably thinking SNL just made this shit up from scratch.
But, okay, my question, right? And I get it. You valid, but do really she have a name? So for me to sit here and be like, hey, well, let me go get her.
You
like,
know who she is. No, we all know who she is.
We don't know who she is. We see the video. We don't know. Like I said, that's what I'm saying. But you can do the.
But listen what I'm saying. She has a YouTube channel and she has an Instagram page. You can find her enough to sit here and say, this is SNL. Y'all got bread. This is on NBC. You could have flew this girl out and sit here and said, hey, we want you to do this sketch with Dave Chappelle.
But so many other people have done it.
Who? She has the signature jump.
But I hear what you're saying that she has it. But like I said, I never even came across her page or even the actual the what's name, the website. I mean, they say, oh,
the actual page. You just see other people just recreated on other people. Repost.
So that's what I'm saying. So it can't be like, all right, I feel like that's
bad. But listen, that's you. Listen, no. I listen, I'm saying that's you. But SNL, NBC, they know who that girl is. They could have found her page and just flew her out. I ain't even seen here saying fly her and her boyfriend or her husband, whatever their relationship is. I ain't even saying he got to come. But you could have had her hold the balloon for Dave Chappelle. That's my only thing, because it was just like me watching it like, that I get where y'all taking it, but I feel like you kind of almost damn near stealing from the culture. And you kind of dressing it up with Dave Chappelle and fucking GloRilla. I don't know the rest of these motherfuckers.
Kel.
Like I said, I mean, it's cool. Like I get it, and because me and the homegirl kind of had this argument in the DM already. It was like
to feel that, like, because it's more of a comedian type of.
But the lady who did, she just did exactly what the girl do every fucking Pop the Balloon joke. She ain't do nothing different. Like, you did not need one of your cast members to hold the microphone and be like, "Hey, this is Silky, nigga. This is what she do." You got this whole monologue from her. You didn't put it's nothing original about what they just did. You took the whole Pop the Balloon joke and put it on NBC. And like I said, somebody in Kansas City right now, some white person who loves Taylor Swift, don't not know where fucking they got this on SNL. They gonna think that Dave Chappelle is a genius. Did you see Dave Chappelle with the Pop the Balloon thing?
Who was the first?
Like, come on, dog.
Oh, you didn't see that. I don't want to see who's the black guy who took the white.
Nigga, I don't know none of these. I don't know. Listen to what I'm saying. The SNL is not a black show. Me and a homegirl of mine was arguing about that. I don't know. Never watched it. And if GloRilla wasn't on it,
they do skits. They don't bring they don't always bring their.
They bring comedian. It's comedian.
So okay. So then my question to y'all. So would you be okay if you was the person who created the Pop the Balloon show and then you see your shit on SNL, you get nothing out of it?
You still get your recognition. Like, people will, when they find it, they're gonna watch it.
That's why I'm saying, like, this would be your promote. That's why I said when I didn't know her page, this is your time to be sitting and promoting yourself, or even like, hey, you know,
nah, dog.
It'll give her more attention.
Yeah, that's
but for people who already know, we know.
But we're not attention. We're not trying to please you. You said we know. We're not trying to please you. We're trying to please everybody else. So it's okay for you to steal from me because you want to please your audience who don't know me. Watching the show, so it don't matter to me. You don't move the needle.
So listen to what you're saying then.
Her perspective,
but that's what I'm saying. But what SNL is probably looking at, like, all right, nobody know who you are.
So it's okay to steal. That's basically what you're saying. Because nobody know who I am. It's okay for you to steal my shit because you don't. Because your audience don't know me.
But people do it.
So y'all proving my point. I would be pissed if I'm her.
But you can't. But you can capitalize off of it.
Yeah, people still, if they see it, they won't watch it. They might even go look for it.
But listen to it. Perfect example though. Listen to what Marcus said. He don't even know her original page because so many other people just do reaction videos to it. So he don't know her real page.
I don't either. But
so that's my point.
But that's you. You're what you're saying. So you're 1% of your demographic. But then everybody else whose work don't pay attention to it. Who you don't? Nobody wouldn't even pay it no mind. Listen to what I'm saying. So y'all are proving my point. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. I'm the 1%. Yes, I know who she is. I follow her page. Cool, because I pay attention to content. But you're telling me for the regular working class people, guess what they didn't do on SNL? They didn't put her shit up there like, hey, go follow it. We reenacting the original jump. No. So basically what you did is making it seem to your audience, y'all just recreated some new shit. So for the 1% who know where they got it from, it don't matter because I don't watch SNL in the first place. But for y'all, this kind of fire. They might go find her. How? Because guess what? For most people, let's just say if you don't follow her or don't know who she is, like y'all don't, it's people who pop the blue balloons, it's people who pop the green balloons. So now if I'm just searching Pop the Balloon on fucking social media now, any of them other random jokes could come up. Now, realistically, her shit more popular, especially if you go on YouTube, her joke is more popular, so it will pop up first. And a lot of them other jokes with the different color ones call their jokes different jokes. Like they even do the 20v1s using balloons as well. So it'd be a little bit different. But still, to my point is, it's so easy for nobody to never acknowledge her if it's not somebody like me saying, damn, this kind of like, I get it, it's cool, Dave Chappelle doing it, but it's kind of foul because you ain't giving the girl no real alley-oop. So, okay, so let me ask you this question, right?
Because if this was music, because guess what?
I'm about to go. So you're going to jump the gun and you're going to pull a Drake and sue for that, like your.
Hey, guess what? Hey, guess what? No. Guess what? Perfect example. The nigga from TikTok, that's what he did to Drake and Yachty. Yeah, y'all sampling my shit. Nobody don't know that it's me besides the people who know it's me. So guess what? Take my shit down.
But that's my question to you. Now, for her, though, if you're not that much established, you still can capitalize off of this.
How?
Huh? You can capitalize if you promote like, oh, you start posting your clips. You can capitalize and start tagging them in this. You can't capitalize off of it.
No, they already robbed that girl.
Because if you go, I mean, that's why I said now if you go the legal, I'm pretty sure they got lawyers.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not sitting here saying sue. Yeah, that's like I ain't telling her to sue. But what I'm sitting here saying is the credit y'all thinking that just people gonna randomly do, it's not gonna happen. Perfect example. That's why Amazon when they play their shows, that's why I sit here and highlight what TV, like what clothes they wearing, or where this music come from, or who this actor. That's the only thing I love about Amazon. Because if you pause one of the Amazon jobs, they tell you. But that's my point. So, but I'm still gonna get nothing from this now.
But Amazon is doing it. You gotta put in the work though. If
you want to, nigga, I put in the work. You stole my shit. What are you talking about? Why do I gotta put in more work? You stole my shit.
Hold up. All right. So let's just say, all right, You threw them that idea, right?
I didn't throw you shit, nigga.
No,
this
no,
is my
no,
idea.
no,
Did
no,
you
no,
take it
no,
now?
No, I'm saying you work for you under SNL, right? You threw them that idea, right? You watch those shows. So at the end of the day, it's you somebody caught their eye and you say, oh yeah, you should use this, right? Now my only thing is, do you get credit for it? Because you pitched it to him.
I don't know who Dave Chappelle could have came up with this idea on his own. I don't know. I don't know who pitched it.
Because Dave Chappelle came up to somebody else under them who somebody low just seen it and say, hey, we should do this. We should pitch this. Hey, Dave Chappelle, you should do this.
Man, that shit is Steven. I don't care what y'all talking about though. That shit is Steven.
But okay, but here's my thing. Like even right now, like not to jump too ahead, it's shout outs to the Commanders. But how a lot of them now are coming on doing their little songs and all that and catching the wave of the Commanders in their run right now. And now you getting more looks and all that. That's on you. That's how you brand and market yourself, right?
No, because that's what. No. But just perfect example. Just because you should say about the Commanders. To me, it's just somebody who just watching because I know the difference between the celebrities is already like everybody know Kevin Durant, Wale, Rosenberg. They probably and Big G. If those are probably realistically the four most notable Commanders fans, that's like celebrities too, like the world know them and they know that these people are Commanders fans. I seen Monica McNutt. I know Monica McNutt is from here, but I've never in my life seen Monica McNutt wear nothing that got shit to do with the Commanders. But because they fucking going to the joke, I watched Monica McNutt today do a get ready with me joke with the Commanders. I'm like, bro, you out of pocket. You are so fucking. Even perfect example, Donnell Rollins. He went on, and of course, he's for real. But listen, what I'm saying though, and why nobody would never question him because guess what he do? He make videos with local motherfuckers from here every time he goes to a wrestling game. So people know that Donnell Rollins is an actual Commanders fan.
But that's why I say, but you taking advantage of the moment and using it and marketing it. That's why I say,
man, that's whole shit. I don't respect
that.
It because that's even fake. No, that's a fake. No, that's like this would like when you say no. I hear what you're saying, but that would still be like I couldn't sit here and be like, oh, I'm a fucking diehard Commanders fan now. Like I'm gonna
should be.
No, you can't do that.
You don't have an identity.
You can't do that. No, you can't do that.
You should be.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that. That's why I can say I'm a Jalen Daniels fan, but you can't say you're a Commanders fan. That's whole shit. That's wild. No, you can't do that though. You can't do because you're gonna get this. What I'm saying.
Why can't you? If you don't have nobody, you don't have an identity. You don't know who you are. You don't have a team. You have players. So you can sit here and say, "Well, damn, I am a Commanders fan now," because you got him. As long as you got him, I am a fan.
No, for sure. Of course, I'm gonna root for you as long as you got him. But I'm not about to sit here and be like I'm a Commanders fan. What the fucking what SNL did was literally make it like I've been thugging it out with this team for the last 30 years and they ain't won a goddamn game. And now I'm sitting here, I'm a Commanders fan. That's basically what SNL did to the girl with the red balloon joke. It's like now we Commanders fans. Like what the fuck? You wasn't a Redskins fan. You wasn't a Washington football team fan. But now you come on. You can't do no shit like that. I don't care what y'all say. That's out of fucking pocket. Like that's crazy though. Ain't no way on God's great earth you could do that. Let me play my little man Joe.
So what is one thing that you hate about
One thing I hate about being a kid is like when all these old people keep talking to me about these Humpty Dumpty stories, bro.
You're not exactly.
Nah, like bro, nobody wanna hear about him falling and breaking his butt, bro. Like no diddy though. But I ain't gonna lie, I want a story about Jack and Lil walking up that tree.
Oh, come on, was it Jack and Jill?
Yeah, when they went up to
Oh.
story about Jack and Jill when they went up the hill for water, bro. Most niggas stop talking about that, bro.
That's like the most like popular story ever, right? Like
What's wrong with it? I hate it. I hate it here. Because I know for a fact Jack can't go up that hill for no water. Like, in reality, what man is going all the way up in the hill with a girl for some water, bro?
so what you think he like went up there?
Niggas know he was trying to crack, bro. Like, bro, you could easily go inside of your crib and get some water from your seat, bro. I'm not hearing none of that, bro. If I was Jack, bro, I'm not walking all the way up the hill just for some water, bro. Like, if I'm with a girl, I'm leaving with something, bro.
But real quick, and this to me is like that is sometimes where it's like as a kid, think about the dumb ass stories that they told us because he's a kid, and then sometimes, of course, this is social media, so I don't necessarily know if somebody told him to say this beforehand. But just I'm mad that as a kid I was that naive because he being honest. Like as an adult, it makes sense. Like, bro, I'm not walking up no fucking hill to get a glass of water with no girl for what? What the fuck? What are we doing this for? I'm sure, like, wherever we at, we just skipped a whole bunch of steps. No, I'm not trying. So I respect what this little younger was saying. If I'm going up that hill, I'm going up there for some cheeks. I'm not going up there for no goddamn, I ain't going up there for no water. It's cool. So I do respect him for saying.
You wouldn't have the story now. See?
I wouldn't care. I
No
wouldn't.
shit.
I,
You
yeah,
would have went up there for the water.
man, I wouldn't give a goddamn. Shout out to Method Man, because when let's talk about old head, y'all know one of my favorite things to talk about is the gym and just gym culture, testosterone, pause, no diddy, that be in the gym, and that is the difference between. And I tell you all the time, you're not a man, you can't get your 100 push-ups in. And Method Man, I don't even necessarily know what the boyfriend looked like, but I'm sure his daughter 20 something. They say this was a relationship 10 years, so I'm sure her boyfriend don't have Method Man's level of grown man strength yet. So I don't necessarily know what the young dude did, because nobody ain't came out and said nothing. They kind of just making it like allegedly it happened. But I'm sure if it's in the gym and they got if somebody reported this story and they got picked up by all these other journals, not just the Shade Room and all this, but the New York Times and the New York Post and all of them wrote about this, I'm 100% positive this actually happened. So Method Man allegedly was supposed to put hands or punch the ex-boyfriend like 7 different times. And I do just, to me, is Method Man is one of them people that continues, like how people is like trying to discredit Snoop. Method Man is one of them old heads that continuously just keep getting brownie points. Like if Method Man ever become a single man, Method Man probably got at least a clean 10,000 unanswered DMs. And then when that story went, Method Man probably got an extra 10,000 DMs right now of women trying to throw Method Man some box, because it was just like, those is one of them stories where it's like, damn, that's what an old head is supposed to do. That's how you, as a dad, a girl dad, whatever the case may be, that's how you supposed to realistically ride for your daughter. Because I'm sure realistically the boyfriend had probably done some scumbag shit and nobody knew about it. He caught him slipping in the gym. And I ain't mad at the boyfriend. At least he was in the gym trying to get strong, but you just wasn't strong enough for Method Man. That's just it. And that's a difference between, let's be clear. If you don't go to the gym, you don't understand that old man strength. Because guess what the old man ain't gonna do? The old man gonna be OD strong, and he gonna still have him a little gut. And that be them old niggas who got 4 plates, and he got the fucking joint on his elbow, and that nigga in that joint just throwing shit. And you looking at him, and you know that's the nigga you do not fuck with in the gym. He gonna be singing loud as shit. He gonna be doing him, and you know you better not try to make too much eye contact with him, or you may give him a fist bump. What's up, old head? And keep it moving. Cause I promise you, that old head is going to send you on a one-way trip to hell, and you're gonna feel like you listening to fucking Escape when you going to bed. Cause I'm trying to tell you, them old head niggas, it's literally in every gym I've ever been to, especially if it's a bunch of black men in it, it's gonna be that one old nigga. I promise you, gonna be in there with his fucking elbow sleeves on it, and that nigga gonna be having damn near 5 plates on every fucking thing he touched. So, like I said, I ain't mad at Method Man. You play with my daughter, I'm gonna put you to bed. Shout out to Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes also put hands on, I believe, his assistant. And the thing is, I don't know why they threw the age in there. It was like, oh, his assistant 50 years old. But how fucking old is Busta Rhymes? Like 50 something. So what do 50? Do it matter? Like, all right, he's 50. Who the fuck cares? Like, I can see if you're like, oh, his Busta Rhymes assistant was 70 years old. Like, Busta Rhymes is old. So what the fuck? And Busta Rhymes been on fucking Ozempic, so I'm sure Busta Rhymes don't hit as hard as Busta Rhymes was when he was in what was the movie that Busta Rhymes was in? He beat the shit out of that white boy. Higher Learner, was that the name of it? Yeah, Busta Rhymes beat the shit up. That's probably you know what's so crazy? When people randomly ask you what's your top 5 movies of all time, that's a movie that realistically I'd have probably watched endless times and probably should be in my top 5, but you just kind of forget about it, maybe because it's just so like, I don't know. It's kind of it's just all over the place. So it's just one of them jumps that I think people don't give enough credit to. But when I just kind of really thought about it, it was like, nah, Busta Rhymes, y'all like smoke that joke. While we talking about the balloon show, I do kind of want to this one. Like I said, y'all know that's my favorite show before this SNL shit.
Oh, but that's not the case.
Bro, hold on. Bro, this nigga is cold. What the rest of why the fuck the rest of it ain't? Hold on, what? Oh, that shit blew me. I picked the wrong jump. Oh my god, no, yeah, that ain't the. Oh, I gotta play the no. Where the rest of that shit at? Man, this nigga is. Oh no. Yeah, he ain't say his. Yeah, oh no, here go the rest of it. My bad, I fucked up. Nigga! Oh my god! Again, but listen again. That's why that to me is the greatest fucking show on planet Earth, though, because it's nothing is better than just actually get to see how crazy people really think when it comes to dating, dog. Because that's just realistically how mentally retarded people are. And I know you're not supposed to say that word, but that's just what it is. Like, how you gonna sit here and tell her you better off just staying single, nigga? You in the same boat and you 10 years older than her.
But is he?
Nigga, you worse. You've been married before.
Right, but listen, but he said he said 17. He was married for 17 years. So
right. Guess what? Let me tell you what that's like. That's like a nigga coming home from after doing 17 years in the pen. You know how long it's gonna take you to get used to being unmarried?
But he's back trying to get married again, right? That's what I think. No, but hold on.
You let 17 years go down the drain. She quit you. Why?
No, but right.
But
he's probably looking at it like, are you trying to get married?
It doesn't matter. You've been married.
If you've never been married, but you never been married.
You let 17 years go down the drain.
But you know how? Okay, but just like how Mikey, he over here co-signing, but he the same person. If we having kids, you got to be married, right?
So what the fuck do it matter? But listen to what I'm saying. He want her to. He's sitting here saying, "Do you got kids? You judging her? You been married and you have kids, and you was married for 17 years, and you mad at this girl for never being married, and she's 10 years younger than you."
But if she would have said, "Oh, I was married or whatever," he probably would have still kept talking to her, right?
Listen to what I'm saying. It don't matter if she been married or not. It's no exactly.
Go sit your old ass down there. You can't come on me. I'm on this show. You older than me.
And I want to hear too.
Take your ass to church. Find your church woman. You shouldn't even be on here trying to find nobody.
What? He's trying to get married again.
Man, ain't no fucking way. Yeah. Take your ass to church. And why we
hold on. But can I ask you a question? If you came on that show, would you take somebody serious on that show?
It depends. Like it probably depends on how far they live, and it probably just depends on how good they look. I think all of that shit just go with hand in hand. It's just realistically, what's the difference between going on this show and then just sliding in somebody's DM and they live in a whole different state? It's the same thing. If we being honest, it ain't no difference. Like going on, just the difference is you actually you got to be quick on your feet with this because this is in real time. With social media, I can kind of take my time a little bit. I can DM in my own space. I can think a little bit more what I'm gonna say. This is on your feet, and you talking about most of the time it's like 7 women in the room with you. So you sitting here saying like you got to you got to read the room and because perfect example when he sit here and said she was a quitter. He's trying to kind of shoot shots at her, but then it's 3 other girls who pop their balloon at the same time. So you got to really be careful on what you say on this jump because you may be feeling like I'm just kind of going ham on this one girl, but realistically, you didn't just offended the next 3 girls. So now now like she said, well, hey, there go all the balloons. We done. Thanks for coming on the show. It's over. So what you supposed to do next? Because you can't be like I'm going on here to try to get famous. Like that shit. That's not what's gonna happen.
But is that not? That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I said with her. That's why I said if you promote yourself and just like, because that's why I feel like, what is the outcome of them? Like, if everybody popping in balloons, so that's what they kind of.
Because you got to think about it, it's more. I don't know if you be paying attention. Like some of them just be different people, so it may be like let's just sit here and say if in total. Let's say if they got 15 people in it. Let's say they got 15 women and they got 15 men, and then maybe. So the one girl will go like that. They'll just rotate. So you'll see multiple people go in that same room with different people. So it just depends on how, like it was that one nigga from New Orleans and his joint went viral. Because
I will agree with he just saying nobody wants to be famous. Everybody wants to be viral.
But I think the two things is the same though.
No, because once you get that moment and you go viral, you really don't want to like, oh, I need you to, you don't want to take that responsibility.
No, because this is what he's saying. I agree with what he's saying. Everybody do want to go viral, but most people want to go viral because you want to be famous. Most people just don't know. I agree with exactly what he's saying. I do think most people want to go viral. They don't want to be, or maybe I agree. I guess the better the word it is, people want to go viral, but they don't know how, after they go viral, they don't know how to deal with the fame after it comes. Because most people are like, yeah, I want to go viral, and then you go viral, and then you got to go back to work. We can kind of tie that into the Arizona nigga who unalived himself. He went, so people don't know, it was a dude in Arizona. He wrote up to.
She's viral. She's not famous.
Who?
He said the Hawk 2 girl. She's viral, not famous.
But that's in our world. Black, I don't necessarily. I mean, of course, I can't see if you black or you white, but maybe to black people she viral and not famous. But she'd have been on endless. Like white people treat her like she famous.
Yeah, but just because you do interview don't make you famous. Anybody can just
you can't. But I can't.
But that's just a story. But that's the story. That's the moment. I just booked you for like that's my thing. If it just gone and went, are you really? You know what I'm saying?
Man, I hear what.
You got, it don't have to be long lasting fame, but you guys.
Yeah, because if that's the case, yeah, because I'm about to say because if that's the case, then so do you sit here saying everybody who had a one hit wonder are they famous?
You forget about them.
But
So
they still have. But
fame.
but listen to what I'm saying though.
But
So no,
that
but
makes
listen to what I'm saying.
famous,
But you
right?
can't say that. You can't say it's not fame because if somebody like, what's the definition of fame then? Because if I got a one hit, let's just see and say, let's just take what y'all saying. Let's say the Hawk Tour girl, niggas didn't pay. She ain't going on nobody's podcast for free, so she didn't pay to get on somebody's podcast. Or people that pay her to come and get on their podcast. Then she had the merch. They were selling the merch. Like niggas ain't just like, I get what y'all saying. Like, yeah, it is some people who go viral and then they just disappear. Like, okay, they had their moment, couldn't do nothing. Like, we can aim endless niggas who done went viral and ain't do nothing. Like, viral to me and didn't do nothing would be like, what's the nigga, A-Town with the bird call shit, Ice JJ Fish. Who else is some other niggas you can name? It's endless niggas who was like popping on Vine, and then now you kind of be like, all right, damn, them niggas was just like they was viral, but they wasn't famous. But the Hawk Tour girl, like, bro, them white people cherish that shit a little bit different than we do. Like, as black people, I get what y'all saying. Like, we kind of like, all right, shit, we kind of even tie that Marcus was right. You talk about Cooking with Kaya. She had her 15 minutes, like she was viral for 15 minutes, and then it was like, all right, it's clip. The new year came in and niggas that forgot about Kaya. So I get what y'all saying. Like, yeah, she had her moment, but let's compare the two. That's the difference between what black people do to their viral shit and what white people do to theirs. Cooking with Kaya, Hawk Tour. Hawk Tour still is around. If I probably didn't, I'm 100% positive most of y'all forgot about Cooking with Kaya until I just said something.
But so now, just to go back to that whole we getting on Rick Ross and all them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are the only people that performed at that ball. Because there was a lot of white people in that front row. You tell me, yeah, y'all came to see is them.
I think it was something different. It was a crypto joint. I'm sure that wasn't something that was actually affiliated by.
No, and that's but that's my thing. But the only people we saw was Rick Ross and all them. We didn't see who else. You tell me those are the only people that performed at that show.
I don't necessarily don't know. I mean, none of us was there, so I mean, we just don't know.
That's why I'm just kind of like, all right, that's the only thing that we saw, or that's the only thing that's being shown is them. But what about everybody else that performed? Because that's what I'm kind of interested. You can't.
But I think just I guess to be honest, the messed up thing about it is if a white person performed there, nobody wouldn't care. Like if Miley Cyrus performed there, nobody wouldn't give a fuck. If Billie Eilish performed, shit, if Post Malone came up there and performed, nobody wouldn't care. It wouldn't even be a big deal. Niggas be like, oh, it's cool. It makes sense. It's Post Malone. You wouldn't even care.
But if
Jelly Roll went up there and performed, you wouldn't care.
But if you saw that, so just me asking you, if you saw that lineup, would you go to that event? If you saw that lineup, Nelly, Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross, and Soulja Boy, would you pay your money to go to that lineup?
No, I wouldn't. So but I'm sure some white people would. I wouldn't pay to go see Wiz Khalifa, but it's millions of white people who pay to see Wiz Khalifa anytime Wiz Khalifa get on the stage. And listen to what I'm saying. And that's why I don't be as mad at some of them, because sometimes you gotta be, one thing you gotta be is sometimes you gotta be honest. And when I play this clip, just because we're talking about the difference between white and black people, I played this clip of Donnell Rollins when he was on Shannon Sharp Jones, and he was talking about the difference between Joe Rogan and other black comedians. Like, bro, we be kind of leaving our own people for dead and be happy when they die. So it's kind of like I cannot be mad if I'm sitting here saying average dog top be going. This is somebody I talk to all the time. He go to endless Soulja Boy shows and it be nothing but white people there. He be like, bro, it's nothing. It don't matter where it's booked at. It could be in DC, but it still be a bunch of white people in there. It could be in fucking Baltimore, but it's gonna be a bunch of the white people there. So it's kind of like, it's just a little bit different. Even when we talk about games where it's like, even of course we can tie it into my favorite topic, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. It's a difference because then white people gonna spend their money. Where on social media, yeah, fucking Caitlin Clark can't fucking sneeze a fucking bubble towards fucking Angel Reese. But then white people gonna sit here and go to her games. They're gonna buy their jersey. Shit, even Unraveled, I'm still watching it with endless white people in there. Caitlin Clark ain't playing it, and they got Indiana Fever, and the only other fucking Indiana Fever player that even played it is Aaliyah Boston. So that shit is a little bit different. So that's why sometimes you can't I understand as black people, our original nature is to get mad when we feel like our own people are betraying us, but then sometimes we got to be honest. Like, hey, would I go see Nelly, Snoop, and fucking Soulja Boy? Hell no, I wouldn't. And ain't nobody in this chat would. Like, nigga, let's be honest. Ain't nobody sitting here saying, oh, I just seen a flyer with Nelly, Snoop, and Soulja Boy and Rick Ross. I'm running to go see that shit. No, we not. Like, let's keep it a buck. If you seen that flyer, if a nigga hand you that flyer, it was like, hey, you coming to see Nelly, Snoop, Soulja Boy, would you go? You're going to throw that shit on the ground. Like, I'm not going to that. I'm not even going to see there. But just real quick, like I said, because we kind of get different topics. I'm gonna play that Joe Rogan jump. I mean, right now, because since we did.
system. They have a system. All right, this person, okay, let's say, guess what? Everybody, they would be the place. Well, who's going to be the best business? Who's going to be the best husband? They have a system that they think each other stars. Why? I will give you a prize. You know what it is, God. That's why you know, oh, no, let me get smart first. They don't look at it like that. That too. Let me say, I don't know. Where is that sense of guilt? Always talk shit. Why? Is it spite me? The most sought after actor doing the biggest movies in everything. What y'all want? I'm doing black movies, black actors. Guess what? You ain't going to see my movies. So ain't no problem. Which is the style? And at the end of the day, you can take place everything away. You got good people today. Yeah, of course, and in a relationship, no matter what everybody thinks about, whatever relationship I've had with him, he's always been standing down on me, always been my car, and always been like, anything, I got you. You know, it's great. It's great about her. Right? So somebody else will do one more thing around the world. You have a personal relationship because you're the same guy. But you can't do that shit because people want the relationship they have with you, they want to be in the same relationship. Let me tell you something. Watch me understand. I'm like, that shit right. That's the type of person he is. But I don't think people so good at job. Look at Joe. If Joe said, stop that. I was like, what I need to stop that. He said, just do it. When I take everything, just do it. I'm telling you, you'll listen what's up there. Then you know, on the other podcast, let's see before we go.
So just real quick, just to kind of piggyback off of what he said is, and I said this a couple of times on here, and if you ever like, even if you're not a fan or you can't really get into the Joe Rogan thing, because I do think realistically, I mean, it's sad to say most black people kind of, you're looking for the animated shit. Like if your introduction to podcasts was either Joe Budden or Charlemagne, 9 times out of 10, Joe Rogan just ain't gonna be your cup of tea. But just if you just go glance at his page and pay attention, like, and exclude the color of the people that he interviewing, because as he do interview a bunch of white people, but just read in the description who the people are. This nigga talk to a farmer, he'll talk to a doctor, he'll talk to a scientist, he'll talk to whatever. He don't put himself in a box, and I think that's realistically, I can almost tie that into the Instagram and TikTok thing, where it's like, damn, I've been on Instagram for however long with people that you personally know who may look like you, from the same neighborhood, same school as you, you know, work the same jobs as you, won't show you, like, they'll still follow you, but won't like none of your stuff. And it don't have nothing to do with, like, I know people like to be like, oh, I just don't like your content. But then that's why so many people will be like, cool, I can upload this same exact video on TikTok and people don't know me from Adam and Steve and it go crazy. So that's just realistically, it's just the difference on how we kind of just be like, nah, I didn't like this person post too many times. I ain't fucking with them no more. I'm gonna stop. I might go watch this story, but I'm not gonna leave no more comments no more. That's just how we do. And I'm not sitting here saying I'm above the, because I've done it before. So that's why I know that's how we do. Like I've seen somebody shit and be like, man, this person ain't like my shit, and maybe my last 2 posts, I ain't liking that shit no more. And that's just what we do. And that's if sometimes we got to be honest. That's how it is. But that's what people do, dog. You do it. If I post every day and you never listen, and I'm gonna tell you a perfect example. I do this shit all the time. And let's just say if it's a rapper. If a rapper send me, let's say a rapper follow me and he posts he don't post every day, but he might post once in a blue moon, but he looking for somebody, man, hey, can you like my joint and leave a fire emoji? But I didn't post 5 times in this week and you ain't like one of them. Nigga, fuck you and that song. I ain't putting no fire emoji under your shit. Why the fuck would I do that?
But then I feel like with you, okay, you might post more than other people. So it's just like, all right, I seen it's the same thing. All right, you repost. All right. Like that's what I'm saying. Like everybody, you might not like every post. If I like 1 or 2,
but this is what I'm saying though. I'm not even sitting here saying you have to count it. But people, listen to what I'm telling you. But people feel some type of way about it. Like, hey, I've been on this same app for God knows how long. I know some of y'all see it because you see women do it all the time. Like women don't hold their tongue on it. They be like, I hate all y'all be in my stories, but none of y'all don't be liking my posts. So women will do. That's one thing women won't do. They're not going to hold their tongue on how they actually feel. It don't matter if it make them look corny or make them look vain. They gonna voice their opinion on how they feel, and they'll tell you. And then that's why they'll be like, cool, I'm gonna go on TikTok. I'm telling you though, it's literally girls who I follow on Instagram and probably just won't like. We won't even like. engage with each other on Instagram, but to be on TikTok, you sit here, whole DM lit up, kissy faces, heart emojis, all of those type of things. But that's just how people be, because sometimes I don't know what it is about Instagram, but it just got niggas feeling like I'm too cool for everything unless you famous. Like if you famous or you already got motion under your page, or if you got motion, then cool, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna support you. But if you ain't got no motion, I'm cool. But niggas will get on TikTok and it may be this one girl every time you post, she may be under your jump showing you love. And then that's what that one girl can give you confidence to continuously keep posting. And that just realistically is how the difference between the white community and the black community. That's why you can't even kind of get mad. Like you can't be mad if I cut on ESPN. And it's like, especially on ESPN today, because Randy Moss still out for whatever his situation going. So if you watch ESPN Countdown today, it was literally all white men up there. I can't be mad that they leaned a little bit more towards Josh Allen, because nigga, he one of them. Why can't I? Because guess what I'm gonna do? If people who've been listening since we started off in this hour, whatever, when fucking Mark Andrews dropped that joke, you just heard me lose my mind, because that's my guy. Like I was going to go so Dr. Umar crazy if fucking Baltimore would have won this joke. Oh, it's only 4 teams left, all black quarterbacks and a half of a nigga. I was gonna go that crazy, so I can't be mad at white people for riding for their own shit. But we be so because guess what it'll be? It'll all be that one nigga like Emmanuel Cho. And that's why niggas will turn up on him so crazy, because they don't need you. I don't need you to ride for Josh Allen, nigga, because ESPN had a whole fucking cast of white boys on it who gonna ride for him off the rip. So that's why niggas look crazy at people who like, bro, you ain't even got to do this. They already got their army. They don't need you to sit here and jump on their dick. What you doing that for? And that's why niggas look at you crazy, because it'd be like, they never going to waver on theirs. Patrick Mahomes is the good medium, because it was like, yeah, Patrick Mahomes' dad is a wild nigga. Guess what you don't see? If you watch a Chiefs game, Patrick Mahomes' dad probably at 90% of them games, but guess what you going to see at 90% the camera going to pan to? Taylor Swift. You think that Patrick Mahomes' dad wasn't at that game? But you guess what they do? They're going to show you that box. They go Taylor Swift and Caitlin Clark. You think Patrick Mahomes' dad was not at that game yesterday, but you did not see him on TV. But guess what? Guess who controlled the TV? I ain't mad, but they want you. When they think about Kansas City, they promoting Kansas City. That's Kansas City is the white people's team now. Because let's be clear, I'm gonna be honest. I think that if I'm asking, like, it's a different, like. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't, because I'm not white, so I can't sit here and say who they gonna go for, Buffalo or Kansas City. Because I feel like Buffalo is kind of like that dirty middle in America, like, you fucking boy, like it's that type of niggas in Buffalo, and that Kansas City is kind of like, it's just a little bit different. It's a little more pop. It's a little bit more Taylor Swift. Like when you think of Kansas City, it's a little bit more that, like, just the team. I ain't talking about the people. I'm just talking about the way they promote the team. But I can't be mad at them for holding down their set. But niggas don't do that. Like, and that's why niggas get so upset when you see somebody like, and that's why niggas celebrate somebody like Cam Newton. Or you be happy, or anytime Shannon Sharp do, like, niggas was like, especially last year, when it came to like Lamar Jackson, niggas used to go crazy on Shannon Sharp in the comments. Just because they felt like, dog, I can cut on ESPN and hear somebody kick Lamar Jackson back in. If I'm looking for you, I'm looking for you to ride just because you look like me. And that's just realistically sometimes how we feel, because that's what you're looking for. And that's why some of those people, again, when we talk about Stuart Scott, that's why so many people love Stuart Scott, though.
When you say that, I want you because you look like me, that don't, like, because who is his quarterback? His quarterback when he played was a white quarterback, right?
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
So he don't, like, that's what I'm saying. But you kind of say, I want you to sit here and hold this man to the same standard that you held John Elway and everybody else to the same standard, right? But if you looking at like, no, when he was, I played with this type of play. Like, I'm not going to discredit him and just say, oh, because you can run, you're a better quarterback than him. Because your passes or whatever you made me a Hall of Fame player.
Yeah, so I don't think niggas is sitting here saying that, hey, I want Shannon Sharp to shit on John Elway for Lamar Jackson, but I could be honest with y'all. The Denver Broncos, John Elway legitimately drafts and picks up weaker quarterbacks because he never wants another quarterback to be the Denver Broncos quarterback. When you think about Denver, it's still John Elway. He intentionally never go after another good quarterback since Peyton Manning left. Think about it. Think about all the bullshit niggas quarterbacks they ain't had in Denver. You tell me they never went out and tried to draft a better quarterback. Why not? Because John Elway is still the GM for the Broncos. He's still, when you think about Broncos quarterback, you don't think about Peyton Manning, you think about John Elway. So it's just like, yeah, you can sit here and say the same thing, but all I'm just sitting here saying is they rap for theirs. But we be so pressed to, like, you'll never sit here and see, I'm not sitting here saying it's not somewhere in the world, but how many black people really sit here? We ain't talking about baseball or hockey. Niggas ain't sitting here. I'm not, because what's theirs is theirs. Like, cool, that's y'all shit. I don't want no parts of that. I'm never going to entertain it. And that's why people get frustrated when you sit here and see, like.
But then when you say that, but it's football, yes, you got more black athletes in the NFL, but when it's still a white man, you know what I'm saying? It's
I mean,
still,
barely now, and they know that it's still barely.
but you're still what really dominates the whole league is the owner, all that. You know what I'm saying? It's not a player friendly league.
It's not a player friendly league, of course,
The
but it's
NBA
still
is more.
no.
Of a
I mean, for
league.
sure, of course.
The NFL is not a player. It's not that. So that's why I'm just saying, like, you want people to, hey, well, you should root for, but it's just like at the end of the day, it is what it is. Though.
I mean, I hear you, but I think again, I mean, like I said, you can't again if we kind of tie it back into the original conversation, you can't never tell somebody how to pay their bills. So cool. If you find out that's what works for you, like if I'm the black dude and me if I'm fucking Jason Whitlock and me being black and pandering to a white audience, it'll help pay my bills. Then knock yourself out, do your thing. I don't care because I can't tell you how to pay your bills. If that's what worked for you, I'm just telling you certain shit that I personally wouldn't do. There's no way in hell I could be a man and do what Jason Whitlock did. That to me is the perfect example. Like you can go watch Jason Whitlock shit and you be thinking like, oh, this fire, he eating like, all right, well, cool, that's you. I'm not from that type of place, so that my brain won't never go there. Like my brain will never go to like if I sit here, if I had an option, if you be like, hey, you could be Jason Whitlock or you can go to jail, bro. I'm cool. I like doing push-ups. I'm absolutely okay. I would sit here. If you sit here and say, if God sit here and say, hey, you got a fucking option, you can just have an endless fucking work. You can't do nothing but just work out for the rest of your fucking life, or you could be Jason Whitlock, bro. Give me my fucking push-ups and sit-ups. I'm cool. I find me a way to sit here and get me a TikTok from jail and fucking flash fat bitches my dick. I'm all right, dog. I ain't gonna do it. Sorry. Some of you niggas just gotta know when I know what my line is, where I'm gonna tap out at. I'm gonna tap out on anything that got. If I have to behave like Jason Whitlock, I'm gonna tap out every time. Real quick, because I did a bad job of this. I'm coming in with this clip from Ace. I meant to come in when we was talking about marriage right after the Pop the Balloon jump. So ASAP Rocky trial is starting. It already started last week. So he was in trial. And basically the judge seemed like he was kind of like, let me poke at him a little bit. So his first question was, yeah, we know you're in a relationship, but are you married? So I'm going to play this clip of ASAP Rocky.
Once I'm finished, both sides will have a very good idea of what's in the jury box. I'll only talk to 12 jurors initially. Each of you will have an hour to talk to the original 12, and then each time the jury is excused and replaced with the jury, you'll have 5 minutes with that one juror.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm trying to figure out what was the play on that one. Like, what does him being married or being not married to Rihanna have anything to do with his trial? I mean, I guess I get if I'm his lawyer, maybe you're trying to throw that in there. So when the jury comes, because of course Rihanna is the bigger star. So if you're trying to get some type of, I guess, leniency from the jury. Like if you're trying to play the like, hey, they may be fans of Rihanna, so let me say, hey, like you don't want to send Rihanna's husband to jail. Like I get if that's why you're trying to word it, but to me, it's like, no, Rihanna ain't got nothing to do with this. Rihanna wasn't outside with them when they had whatever argument, or Rihanna wasn't out there allegedly when A$AP Rocky was supposed to shoot this dude. So it's kind of like, what do that even matter if he's single or not? Like this ain't like, I could almost understand it if he was on trial for like violating a woman. Like maybe you see him trying to say, well, he didn't change his life, he didn't got married or whatever the case may be. Like what do him being married or his dating status got to do with him shooting somebody? Like that to me, I don't understand how that played out. And I mean, of course, is because it's Rihanna and Rihanna's a megastar. That clip goes viral, and then all the blogs pick it up. But I don't even see on what angle could, if I'm his attorney, how you gonna play this? Like I don't even know how you can spin it for real. Because like
attorney or the judge,
no, I guess one of the attorneys tried to throw it in there, and then it kind of like leaned towards the judge, kind of saying, "Oh, well, are they married or is this just his girlfriend? Like, which one is it?" So it's like, don't leave me in the blind. Like, let me know what it is. But I don't. But my point still is, what's the pro in even bringing this up? Because how is this going to help him get out of this situation? But again, like I said, just going into other conversations, and we kind of talking about, y'all know, and I almost damn near feel like I'm a fucking little baby, fucking attorney at law, because I feel like I always kind of have to defend his point because I understand what he's saying. I be understanding what he says because I'm older, and I do, and I'm gonna tie this into, after we play this clip of Lil Baby, I'll kind of tie this into the Big Meech Coming Home concert and how people felt about Jeezy not being on the fly. So I'm gonna play this clip of Lil Baby's opinion on Casanat reacting to his album, giving it a 6 out of 10.
So your knowledge still like respects the opinion of being like a journalist or social. I respect everybody opinion. See, that's a part of like the new generation. I don't even have it when I first started out. You might got one or two people you might have used, you know what I'm saying? Now it's like, well, I don't know what you want, what you know. I can honestly see it like it's just like go viral. I see people post like they hate the song, but they still playing the song. So that's kind of what you stopped paying as much attention to. I never paid attention to that type, but now I just see it more. I never paid attention to it, whether it was a great review or not. I don't look at stuff like that. I'm not saying for me, I'm saying for anybody. Like, I never go and watch somebody else review it out. I don't listen to that.
So real quick, just to kind of double back into one of the quotes that somebody said in the chat earlier when they were saying the difference between people trying to be famous and viral. I agree with what Lil Baby was saying when I do think it is a community who reviews albums now where they're just trying to go viral. So realistically, if I know, even I watch academics try to do this shit all the time with Lil Baby where he was like, oh, LeAngelo Ball song is streaming more than all the Lil Baby Jones. Yeah, and then we just all sing LeAngelo Ball. And that's why I said, for me, I think one of the worst things I'm watching academics do, and we can get in there, I don't want to kind of throw too many comments, but just off of what he was trying to do with Lil Baby, one of the worst things I think he would do is, like, people, you got popular for giving the news, not your opinion. And that's why I understand what Lil Baby is saying is like, I say this all the time on here, the internet has made music not be regional no more. It made it not be lifestyle no more. Because me and Marcus, we brothers. We lived in the same house, but we live completely two different lifestyles from when I go outside and he go outside. So even from our music, like, of course, now you get older, and again, the internet makes us listen, but his music that he may listen to, I never would listen to. Like, our younger brother's younger than, like, he fucking 6 years younger than me, but this nigga got like CDs. I mean, what's this shit you play on the vinyl jumps? Like, bro, you too fucking young to even know what this shit is. But that's just my point of just how people, that's a lifestyle. That's something you into that community where people go sit here and go buy the vinyl copy, you go buy a record player. So that shit is for you. But so I think because of the internet, everybody feel like, hey, all of our opinions supposed to be the same. But if you sit here talking about, if we talking about originally how when it was just live mixtape and it was just that piff and people really wasn't giving their music opinions or nothing on via, it really wasn't on social media like that. It may have been kind of like people use Twitter just to maybe tweet out a link or something, but not really just on there giving their thoughts and their opinions. Where it's like niggas from Atlanta respect OJ the Juice Man completely different from the way like New York niggas may feel some type of way about Sheek Luch for the locks. Like most people, if you're not really like from New York, most niggas don't know Sheek Luch or even give a fuck about Sheek Luch. But I'm sure for New York people, they'll go crazy. If I be like, J.R. Wright or Hill Real, them niggas is ass. A nigga from that era who really grew up on Dipset probably would want to fight you if I sit here and say Hill Real and J.R. Wright was ass. But that's what, but we talking about, that's regional shit. Regional people feel some type of way about the locks where niggas down south don't feel the same way about the Locks. And that's why even when you seen the Locks versus Dipset, so many people globally thought that Dipset was going to beat the Locks. New York niggas may have felt like, oh, now the Locks going to clean them up because it's a different type of regional connection for them. But now the internet, like, bro, Castanet is 20-something years old and he from fucking New York, and you may, I don't know, I guess he live in Atlanta now. How realistically on paper, what Lil Baby is talking about, and you're a streamer, you're a popular streamer, how are you supposed to realistically, all honesty, relate to what I'm saying? Because you would never sit here and expect me to sit here and you wouldn't be like, oh yeah, damn, Mikey, what's your opinion on this new Tim McGraw? What the fuck do I know about Tim McGraw? Why would you wouldn't even ask me that? Like nobody, we don't never come to black people and be like, hey, what's your, how you feel about that new country album? But we feel like every black person is supposed to have an opinion on rap music. Why?
But then that's my question to you. When you say, all right, so how do people can give their opinion if I'm not outside, right? If I consume my music through streaming or whatever the case may be, I'm not in the club. And just like you about to say with Castanet, he's not in the club. But if he's
but guess what? But it wouldn't even. I'm not saying you don't have to be in the club. I will take a nigga who play a sport. If you sit here saying if a young dude play basketball, like they do it all the time. If you follow one of those, what's that basketball social media page? It's Overtime. It's called Overtime. It'd be a bunch of young kids, but it's always a bunch of kids playing basketball. They listen to music, and that's one of their favorite things. Hey, what you listening to right now? And a lot of them kids, oh, Rod Wave, oh, young boy. But it's you talking about 20, 40 kids. All these kids, one is still in high school, and they all around other people listening to music. It's damn near like you in the club. Not sitting here saying you always have to be in the club, but you not about to sit here and say, how would you sit here and digest? A kid wouldn't sit here and be able to digest. Would you be able to digest the Jeezy? Like, think about when you listen. And the reason why I say I want to even tie them to the Big Meech situation. For no perfect example, though. Listen, when I read off this list of all the people performing, it's two things you're gonna get from all the people that's performing this jump, and I'm gonna see how much you know about music and where you'll get it from. So I'm gonna tell you off the rip. If you just listen to it, you should be able to get the masses of what they all talk about. And then I want to see if you understand the other small percentage of a lot of them, what they got in common. So Big Meech got a welcome home party, and it's Lil Baby, Rick Ross, 21 Savage, Sexy Red, Kodak Black, 42 Doug, ESTG, Moneybagg Yo, Boss Man D-Lo, T Grizzly, Babyface Ray, Icewear Vezo, Skilla Baby, Peasy, Payroll Giovanni, YBT Fat, Tay B, Boosie, and Young Scooter. Tell me what do you just tell me what you think? What's the original thing that all of them got in common?
Good.
Content of music. What's the other out of I don't know how many people? 30% of them got something else in common. Do you know what it is? Nope. They are all young, but that's not it. That can go into the whole 80% of them. So okay, just to speed up the process, they from Detroit. Big Meech is from Detroit, and that will be my point.
Not in Detroit.
Because nigga, he on house arrest.
Oh, he's in house arrest
in Florida, yeah. So my point is, go ahead.
Okay, but then that's my so you're adapting to wherever you can be, or what the I guess the landscape is right now.
No. Listen, it's not. He ain't adapting the shit. This is on brand for who Big Meech is. Big Meech got locked up for Rico. He got locked up in a Rico for selling drugs. So all the artists on my shit is drug dealers. Of course, Rick Ross gonna be on it because his biggest song was I think I'm Big Meech.
No. All right, I get that, but see, this is what I'm saying to you. It's just like if y'all are going on these streaming platforms to use them to reach to the younger audience, right?
To promote your music, okay, cool.
Because he's been on Casa. I
don't think Lil Baby has, no.
Oh, he hasn't done that.
No, I don't think. Yeah, not that I can remember.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's kind of people use. That's the new outlet to get to the younger crowd, right? I
mean, you can say that, but then I can say GloRilla was on SNL. You think she give a fuck about them people opinion on her music? There was a day at the show, or the people who was on stage with her? No. Like people use people for their platform.
But she got paid for it though.
No, it's probably 9 times out of 10. It's just a look. It's SNL. They're not paying her. Why the fuck am I paying her for? It's a look for you. You need this look. You trying to still promote your album. You still trying to promote your songs. Hell no, niggas. That's like you saying, do people get paid to go to the Breakfast Club? No. Nigga, I got a big enough platform. I'm not paying you to come on my platform. What the fuck would I do that for? Same way people don't get paid to fucking perform in the Super Bowl. But it's the platform. I need the platform. I use the platform to promote. Yeah, the Super Bowl will pay for your stage presence and they'll pay for like to get your dancers and all that, but they don't pay the actual artist to, hey, here go, what's your whatever, because the Super Bowl will still be a Super Bowl regardless if they don't have the halftime performance or not, so I don't pay. But just like I said, to tie all that in is you still, just before the internet became a thing where everybody could give their opinion, it was a regional thing. Like if I sit here and say, oh man, DDG Yola was fire. Most of these people in this chat don't even know who the fuck that is, but Google one of Gucci Mane's biggest songs. I'm a dog. Niggas in Atlanta, it's another song from him I never heard from. But you know why? Because I'm not from a fucking Atlanta. I'm not supposed to know that. But I watch Atlanta niggas do an interview and they were sitting here saying this was a song that he got. I'm like, damn, they was like he got one of the top 5 songs. I'm thinking they was talking about I'm a Dog by Gucci Mane. And they was like, it was another song from him. But I'm sitting here saying that's just a perfect example. Would you give a fuck if Cassidat told you what was his favorite go-go song?
Yeah.
Are you being serious?
What you mean?
So if Cassidat got on, and for people in the DMV, if you're not from the DMV, you got to do your own fucking homework. I ain't about to break it down right now. So you're telling me as a person who loves go-go, you would sit here, okay, matter of fact.
You said when I value his opinion. No, I wouldn't value his opinion.
So why not? Why wouldn't you value it?
Because he hasn't been in the go-go.
So that's my point. So why would we?
But if people using his, but that's what I'm saying. But if y'all are using his platform to promote your shit, then you can't get mad at his opinion, right?
Okay, cool.
Just like even when Kanye sent him the clothes and he said,
of course, for sure.
Oh, this shit don't fit.
No, of course, for sure. So okay, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that one. So you're absolutely right. If you use him, so this is here to say, if I'm wrong, then cool. If Lil Baby been on this platform, then cool. I'm wrong. But I'm just going for off a limb that I can't remember off the top of my head right now. I've never seen Lil Baby on his. So if for Lil Baby, then you're absolutely right. If you've been on his platform before, you cannot be mad at his opinion. I'm with you on that one. I totally agree. You cannot use him for his platform to help promote your music, and then you get mad if he critique your music. I'm with you on that one, because that would be the same way like somebody can't be mad because I went and do the Breakfast Club interview.
If the Shade Room picked you up right now and you went viral, you can't. You like just like you said. Oh, I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? But it picked you up. That's still a
no. But some people get mad because I seen Angel Reese get mad because they was posting her and her teammates in the locker room dancing because she was like, "Bro, y'all you're using me. I don't need you to just be like me and my teammates can't even fucking vibe in the locker. Y'all doing too much now. Like this shouldn't be on the Shade Room. This is me and my teammates in a fucking locker room. We still women, like nigga. We ain't a bunch of niggas in here. Like we still girls. We still gonna twerk. Fucking like this shouldn't be because you see people on Twitter talking about it. This shouldn't go in the Shade Room. Like, let me still be a fucking 22-year-old woman. Have me have some decency. So listen to what I'm saying. So you're right. Everybody not going to take it as I don't need it.
But then that just goes back to the whole, even with the Elliot and all them, like when they say about journalism and everything, like how the form is, everything is different now, right? Mm-hmm. But you can't get mad at the Shade Room for covering that, because if that's a media outlet and that's what they do, all right, we trying to just cover sports. We just trying to talk, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, we talking about you.
No, yeah, but I get what you're saying, but it's still like you what you trying to do. And she understood what they was doing, and that's why she said something. The dance move that you. Of course, so yeah,
But if anybody was doing a dance move, if it was Shaq, LeBron, or anything like that,
but it's still endless other girls. That's what why I sit here and say it. That's why I don't respect other people's opinion. Like if you gonna give me an opinion on, let's just sit here and just keep it right there on Angel Reese. If you give me an opinion on her, then cool. You have to be able to be ready off the top of your head. Give me like she did with Funny Marco. Then just tell me your top 5 WNBA basketball players that's right now playing. And don't use Caitlin Clark. So give me your other 5 out. If you can't give me that, then don't fucking keep saying it. You're not doing me no fucking favors because you're just using me now. You're not trying to really promote the fucking sport.
But hear me out, right? And I think maybe this is where I feel like even with the WNBA, it's a society of it. That society is a heavy talking.
But because you saying it because you don't follow them. But if you follow them, especially if you follow them right now while they're doing the Unrivaled shit, because this is more like damn near like some all-star shit. No, every fucking team be in there doing TikTok dances.
In there do it, but it's still a society. It's like all right, you can't put everything on. You can't put everything on social media. They still have a culture in there. Yeah, but see, and that's my thing.
But you saying that because you're thinking about it's a bunch of straight girls in there, dog.
It's now it is. But that's not the thing. And just like even with Skylar Diggins and all them, how they've been getting outed or like, oh, I wouldn't want you on your team. Like, it's still a culture in there. I don't want you in this. Like, it's still a culture. Like, they don't want all that being shown or even.
But listen to what I'm saying, though. But my point of it is, if you're really trying to promote the league, then my thing, what she's saying is, then pay attention to everybody, not just me. Because we're all doing this. We
only can pay attention to you because you're okay with it. We can't talk to them. We can't even put them up there.
Nigga, I didn't okay this video. You took it off my TikTok. Like you can take it off anybody else's.
Right. But that's called the media. That's what they do. That is the media. That is the media.
You're giving people again, and that's where now this is a perfect example is what you just sit here with Elliot Wilson, and that's where you will give him some credit. That's the difference between journalists and blogs just posting shit just because I'm trying to be messy. The same reason when they posted all the little smaller blogs last week was posting Liz Cambridge. Oh, she got an OnlyFans page, bro. Nigga, she been had this OnlyFans page. The fuck are y'all talking about? Like, you making this like this ain't a new thing. And she literally just bust Camila Cardoso ass. They made it like she retired and she only do OnlyFans. She literally the very next day, she dropped like 40 on Camila Cardoso. She play overseas. She been playing overseas, and we've been talking about it. It's a difference because we talk about fucking women's basketball. But for them little ass blogs to be like, oh yeah, let me lean into the shit that Shaq was saying. Let me post it. She make more money doing OnlyFans. Nigga, that's not nothing new. She been doing it. She was doing all that shit when she was playing for the LA Sparks. That's when Drake had that line with I'm wet like I'm Lizzie. Like, what the fuck, bro? That's my point. Again, sometimes that's why I do kind of agree with Elliot a little bit. That's the difference between journalists and motherfuckers just being lazy. Like, what's the hot topic? This is the hot topic. Like, the girl ain't even playing the WNBA, but they sit here and attach that to the whole thing. But that's my point. It's the difference between everybody. Everybody will have an opinion because it's the internet, but everybody's opinion ain't valid. And that's just my point. Like, it's cool. You're absolutely right. Niggas can listen to music and you can give critiques, but I wouldn't sit here. I talk about enough pastors that if I tell somebody, oh, this pastor is fire, niggas will take my word because I've been talking. I'll find ways to talk about it all the time on here. Like, if I sit here and come in here and play that white lady who just went viral the other day for stealing an old TD Jake sermon. If niggas who listen to this show on a regular, oh, this is common, this is up Mikey Alley, this ain't just him talking about some random shit that just went viral. And that's what sometimes people just be trying to do, and you don't even hear no conviction. That's why even people who was in the chat earlier, and you heard me like, slow down. No, you're not used to niggas talking with passion. You're used to niggas just trying to let me scroll and let me talk slow because I'm trying to figure out the shit I'm going to say. Again, to go back to what he said in the chat, because niggas be wanting to go viral. I ain't trying to say no shit to go viral.
And now that you say that, so when you say these platforms, is it more so of I want to promote? I just want to push this narrative, or I'm just trying to fill the algorithm.
Both. It's both. It's both. Some of them are trying to help push a narrative because if I know it's a community who want dogpile on somebody, like if I know for a fact, if I put going back to the Liz Cambridge shit, if I know, or even Lil Baby, if I know saying Lil Baby album is trash, like if listen,
and it might not be trash to me, but I'm gonna just keep promoting.
Exactly, because I know it's a community who's going to be they Gunna fans. Oh yeah, we gonna sit here keep saying Lil Baby shit trash.
So you feeding it out, so you're looking at the numbers go up. So I know, I'm getting more engagement in this. So I'm gonna keep feeding this.
Yeah, but I can't respect somebody's opinion who's you're chasing engagement instead of giving me your honest opinion, bro.
But how can I tolerate that? Most people give their opinion just to get a reaction, right?
Not if you're actually passionate about what you're talking about. No, because I'm gonna still talk about what I want to talk about regardless.
Okay, so let me ask you this question, right? So, and I want to see how you answer this. Do you think Penny will beat LeBron 1-on-1?
Like prime Penny Hardaway before?
Yes.
Hell yeah, he will cook the shit out of LeBron. What the fuck are you talking about?
Why?
Nigga, because he got real fucking handles and he's 6'9", silky fucking smooth, that fucking heavy pullback and step. Are you crazy as shit? You watch basketball. Penny Hardaway will bust LeBron James' ass. Prime Penny Hardaway will bust LeBron James' ass.
Do you think Jordan will bust LeBron?
No, because I think their games is totally two different things. Where I don't think
will Kobe bust LeBron?
Prime Kobe versus what's prime LeBron? Miami LeBron? Probably. I'm saying Penny because me personally, I'm just more of a fan of, and Penny Hardaway is a more physical guard. Like he was dipping his shoulder in the niggas and hitting niggas with the spin move way before anybody else was doing it. Like that wasn't a common thing to see a point guard coming back niggas down, hit them at the top of the key, and then drive to the basket or pull up and hit the J. Like his game was kind of completely different. I think Penny Hardaway, if without injuries, better than LeBron, Kobe, and Jordan. So my opinion on Penny Hardaway might be completely different from the average person who never seen Penny Hardaway play. But that was my favorite player before it was a LeBron James, before it was a Dirk Nowitzki. So it's just my opinion be a little bit. But just to stay on topic of what we're talking about that's just my point of when we sit here saying, going back to the original.
Because that's why that's why I said the only reason why I brought that up is just to see your opinion. That's your opinion. And that's why I said nobody's wrong for their opinion, but you're like I said, you will sit here, you arrive for LeBron all day in the paint. But then if it comes to Penny, that's your opinion, right? You feel like, all right, Penny's work is better than what LeBron did.
For sure.
If it's one-on-one or whatever the case may be, that's your opinion. I'm not going to say it, but like, I'm not going to listen to you because you're a Penny fan. That's your opinion.
Yeah, but I think but what you're missing the point of it is where we talking with music, it's a little bit more, again, what I'm saying here saying there's a difference between when music was more regional or music was more lifestyle. If I sold drugs, I'm listening to, like even perfect example, let's just say for most New York people, listen, because we could tie this into the Jim Jones and Cameron shit. We can kind of kill multiple birds with one stone. Most people probably feel like in New York, feel like, oh yeah, Cam was better. He was the one who carried Dipset. Niggas in the DMV like Jim Jones more than Cameron. And that's just, and Jim Jones had a different tone for niggas who was just really, oh damn, niggas was like Bird Gang and all. Like if you go uptown, if you know niggas from living Northwest DC, the niggas were saying they was Bird Gang. Like, and that's some Jim Jones shit. That was some Harlem shit. It had nothing to do with that. Cameron had nothing to do with that. I think a lot of people try to, like, if you were like a Twitter nigga, your cool, the easy thing would be like, oh yeah, Cameron was like the lead. Like, I paid attention. I booked personally took my own hard-earned money and gave Jim when Jim Jones had balling in the 06. I took my first show ever like, putting money up on was Jim Jones and TCB. So it's just different. Niggas wasn't like this is just that submit is different. But that's again we talking about lifestyle. We talking about regional shit. So Jim Jones' impact on DC on the DMV area is a little bit different from Cameron's. But again, if you on the internet, because now Cameron is the funny nigga, he got the louder, he got the bigger voice, he got the podcast, so more people going to cater to Cameron. But that don't have nothing to do with what you was listening to actually at that time. Like, I'm sure that Jim Jones feel like, shit, my catalog against Cam, I probably could give this nigga a long day. And he feel like his big joker is going to be balling and Cam don't got nothing that could beat balling. But if you just asking some pure hip-hop niggas who've been listening to Cameron since Children of the Corn, they probably gonna feel some type of way. But if a nigga who really kind of caught on Dipset when Dipset was like Dipset, they may lean a little bit more towards fucking Jim Jones than Cam. And even if you're talking about right now in 2025, 9 times out of 10, if both of them put out a song, I'm gonna go listen to the Jim Jones song before I listen to the Cam song.
So with the whole Casanet situation, has anybody else other than Casanet praised the album?
I don't know because I don't really go looking for a lot of people's opinion on music because I feel like if we being honest, I feel like most people who do streaming and podcasts, you kind of pandering to the audience. Perfect example, just look at how I kind of like when the audience wanted to talk about Soulja Boy, nigga, I'm paying attention to Lamar Jackson. Y'all niggas really about to lose your mind about a politic and some Trump shit. I don't give y'all niggas to suck my dick. I'm talking about this Lamar Jackson shit right now. I'm not pandering to an audience. I'm gonna talk about what the fuck I want to talk about. Like, that's not like that, but most niggas will sit on their shit and be like, oh, what you think, chat? Like, that's even when SZA played on the one at 30 for 30 and she kept saying whatever chat she was pandering, she was playing into the academics and the cast and that niggas who really lean into that. That ain't like I can't value a nigga opinion if you leaning onto what the people are telling you to think. Like when you stood outside and you had to have an opinion and you was outside, the cool nigga opinion mattered, not the everybody outside. Like, no, it was the one nigga who talking and niggas kind of respect what he was saying. Same way in the barbershop, but that's why niggas respect barbershop opinion a lot more because the nigga who people kind of like, damn, let me hear what he got to say. That nigga means something to niggas in his barbershop. It's a difference between a nigga just sitting on the computer and you just saying shit and you pandering to them. Like, you letting them dictate your opinion. You really don't give a fuck about this little baby album for real, but you know that the niggas in the chat like, oh yeah, it's gonna. Yeah, because a bunch of these niggas ain't never been outside, so of course that's what they gonna ride to.
Right, but then that's my credit. But that's why I'm just asking is like, all right, you discredit him and just like, all right, because you young, your audience is not, So then who are you saying is really, all right, you should take their opinion on it. Because you always say that. If you tell me Lil Baby album is mid, then who album is better? Who replaced it? So if you saying Casanet opinion don't really matter, that's more the younger crowd. So then who is the older crowd opinion that you value? Or you could say, hey, well, listen to his take or his review on my album.
I think that's when you kind of gotta almost go back a little bit, lean to the new DJ realistically will be social media. What are the people using? Because you'll see endless broads using that shit with him and GloRilla.
Yeah, but
those are the people, those are customers. Those are the people who are using the reels and creating a song and making a song hot. Those are the people who are gonna buy your tickets. Those are the people who are gonna come and see you at a club.
So then, so my thing is even with like you say somebody like a Casanet, but if he's sitting here saying, well, I really kind of, but I might like this song, I don't like all the songs. So okay, I might not.
Okay, so now I got a question for you. Then this is the perfect example, and I can show you how people pander to the audience. So when you heard Joe Budden and them sit here and champion LiAngelo Ball, you think if you listen to enough Joe Budden podcast, you think in Joe Budden's heart of heart, the way he critiques music, you think he actually liked that LiAngelo Ball song, or you think he was pandering because he knew that what the masses were saying?
No, I really think I don't think he liked the song. It was what it was.
So his response that he did on his show when that song was hot for that week, do you think that was a real response, or do you think that's him pandering to? I know for a fact if I do this, I can go viral turning up to this song.
Yeah.
So listen to what I'm saying. Then that make it hard for me to respect the nigga fucking music opinion.
But then then who opinion do you respect? If you that like you told me when people say an album is mid, then who's the next person? You say that on you like I said when you say for the Lil Baby album, who else you got to replace that? So if you saying you don't respect Joe Budden's opinion or you don't respect Casanet opinion, then who opinion do you respect? Or I'm not looking for music. I'm not looking for their opinion, and I don't think none of those niggas got popular for their music opinions. People got popular. Let's even use Joe Budden for example. Niggas went to Joe Budden because they felt like he was a part of the industry, so he can break down contracts
different, or he may know the inside on those things. So that's why even just still, it's like I thought you had like, it was almost like inside baseball. Like you was the basketball player who actually played the game. So you may be able to break this contract. I don't give a fuck about your opinion about music, because I'm from closer to the south than I am to the north. So nigga, you telling me how great Jadakiss is, I don't give a fuck. I didn't grow up listening to Jadakiss, nigga. I grew up listening to Lil Wayne. I know more BG songs than I know Jadakiss songs. So do you think I really give a fuck about a New York nigga opinion? That's what, again, when we talking about regions matter. That's when music, before you had to get on fucking Instagram and TikTok, nigga, where you're from is what you listen to. But now it's because of social media and niggas want to fit in with the crowd. Everybody's fucking opinion is the same. That shit is stupid to me. Like, how do that make sense for you? That if I'm a fucking from DC, 90% of my life I went to Go-Go's. What the fuck do I look like telling y'all about KRS-One? Make that make sense. That don't even make sense to you. That shit's stupid, because guess what me and you was doing? Going to see fucking Raw Image. And guess what? Even with Go-Go, niggas had opinions on bands or what band you like. It was from where you was from. It was what band stamped you the most. I'm going to see Raw Image. At one point in time, nigga, I thought Raw Image was better than TCB. You know why? Because Six was my man and he was always stamping my hood. That's the difference. But now if I'm sitting on social media, I couldn't get on Twitter right now and be like, oh yeah, man, fucking Raw Image was better than TCB.
But they had a run.
Yeah, but you had to be there.
Yeah.
So, but if you wasn't, but guess what? It's some kid on the internet to be like, nigga, New Impression's better than both of them. What the fuck are you talking about? But because they didn't live that.
But that's you got to go through those eras. So right now in this era, the Casanet era and that street.
But listen to what I'm saying though. You cannot listen to what I'm saying. A kid who 90% of his life has grew up in front of a fucking computer, you cannot critique a nigga rapping about selling drugs. You ain't never sold drugs. Casanet ain't gonna never know how it feel when Jeezy first come on. It's niggas in the South who feel like dreams and nightmares. No, I don't. So who gives a fuck? That don't matter then. That don't matter. Listen to what I'm saying. You can skip it. So listen to what I'm saying. You can skip it. Listen, hold Marcus. Listen. When a nigga said, guess what? If I went to this big meat show, who on this fucking flyer? This is who's supposed to be on this flyer. Every Detroit nigga that means something in rap right now. So if I see Eminem on this flyer, I'd be like, what the fuck is Big Meat doing? It ain't one nigga. Only nigga that people give a fuck that ain't on this flyer is Jeezy.
But that's that's my thing. When you say I can't listen to somebody on the streaming platform who never sold drugs, right? But you came to this streaming platform to get his takes or even look at his stream.
No, listen to what I'm saying. So listen to Marcus. Listen, kids may do that. That's cool. That's why he just said
my audience. But that's doing that either because you're at work. So that's what I'm saying. So you downplay. That's why I say if you're downplaying him, then who are you listening to? Who opinion are you listening to then?
For music, I ain't listening to none of this. I got my own two fucking ears. If listen to what you're saying, this is what I'm saying. This is a perfect example. This is for every sports nigga. Do you think if every sports nigga who played in the NBA or football or whatever, you think if they agreed with Stephen A. Smith, they would have started their own podcast? Or you think they started it because they didn't like Stephen A. tapes?
No, I think you saw that out. You saw that Stephen A. I can do the same thing Stephen A. is doing.
Why?
And I might have more intake.
So
that's what you're looking at. Like, just like if people rap. If I see you buying this Rolex, you buying all that, why wouldn't I rap? I see you doing it. All you doing is putting the camera up there, you flashing the guns, and you show your little bit of weed or the money, and you got views.
I mean, that's cool. If that's what you want to get if that's what y'all want to get y'all music opinion takes from somebody who's never. I don't think you can relate to the music the same way I can't relate to country music.
But then that's why I said. So then who? Like you said that just like last week you said when it comes to the Lil Baby album, people say it's mid. Well then what? But
have they? So my purpose. Hold, listen to what I'm saying. So guess what? Niggas still have not told. What's the next? Nobody is still told me no album.
But that's what I'm saying. But you said you can't take Casanet opinion. So who opinion can you take when it comes to music? You have to listen to your own. You have to form your own opinion.
Exactly.
Okay, so then nobody's in the wrong. That's what I'm saying. Nobody.
No, listen to what I'm saying. Ain't nobody said he was in the wrong. He just sit here and said, I don't evaluate. I'm not going to his opinion for my music take or his critique on my music because I know for a fact the music that I'm making ain't meant for him. And it's not. If we talking about actual lyrics, and that's why I say sometimes I know for a fact people ain't listening to the lyrics. If I'm listening to the lyrics, the same way ain't nobody even still sit here and say, no, I'm gonna continue sitting here and say, I think Lil Baby fuck Cardi B. If you actually listening to that album, he dissed Offset enough on that album for me to sit here and say, what married woman did you actually have sex with? Because and through this whole entire album, you keep bringing up you had sex with a married woman. And then if I'm reading between the lines, Offset keeps saying you fuck my op. The only op that I know that Offset got is Lil Baby. Lil Baby, the only person who allegedly stripped somebody of the drawers on that song. I told you, win for due for a win. But that's my point. If niggas ain't giving you these takes, why the fuck am I behind you in his opinion on music? Because if you couldn't catch a catchy hook to shake your ass to, like get your gay ass out of here, bro. Everything ain't meant for you niggas to shake your ass to. Niggas be looking to shake like grown niggas be wanting to get their music opinion. I can't shake my ass, so you ain't listening to it. Give me the fuck. Why niggas ain't give me the Mac Miller tape? Nick, I heard everybody. Oh, well, ain't nothing come out. Mac Miller just dropped some shit. Rest in peace to Mac Miller. Give me that shit, bro. Tell me your opinion on Mac Miller. It's a long list of niggas who done drop shit, bust around, just put out an album. Give me your fucking opinion on that. But that's just my point. Niggas pick and choose, and to me, why I don't fuck with the Lil Baby shit, because I know that you're picking and choosing, because that's what the algorithm is telling you to do. The algorithm is sitting here saying, hey, let's shit on Lil Baby, so now that's what I'm going to continuously do. But again, like if you're sitting here saying music that I think Lil Baby make music for a Big Meech fucking Welcome Home concert. His name is the biggest name on it. It's the first name on it, Lil Baby. You know why? Because any nigga outside who is ESTG, it all makes sense. This entire lineup for niggas who are actually outside, you actually listen to lyrics, niggas who rapping about doing outside shit, is every nigga on this flyer besides Jeezy, and that's what made this flyer go viral, because everybody was like, where's Jeezy? But guess what? I'm 100%. You said what?
Who get the biggest time frame on that?
I mean, of course, Lil Baby, because he the headliner.
Oh, Rick Ross?
Hell yeah, nigga. What you mean? Even if you go off of numbers alone, nigga, Lil Baby has sold way more albums than fucking Rick Ross.
But Big Meech song.
I mean, I'm not sitting here saying he might not bring them out again, but Lil Baby's going to have the longest set.
No, but okay, but
most of them Detroit niggas probably gonna perform together.
But has Lil Baby ever rocked about Big Meech?
No, but he's from Atlanta. Big Meech's biggest run was in Atlanta.
Right, but somebody but like Rick Ross who rapped about you and put you in the
cool,
song.
that's a song.
Yeah, it's more than that.
Right? Nigga, you only got that one song. I think I'm Big Meech. I'm Larry Hoover. That's it. One song. Nigga, that's why Jeezy felt some type. But listen to what I'm saying. This is my point. And this is all y'all got to do for people. I don't want you to think I'm hating on Kyle or academics or none of these other niggas. This is, if that's what you like for your opinion, cool. I'm telling you, just all you got to do, go look at one of them. Don't give me an opinion on fucking Lil Baby album if you didn't see this Big Meech flyer and the first thing you said was, damn, where Jeezy at? Because that's the first thing as soon as I seen it, I was like, damn, Jeezy ain't on this motherfucker. What's going on? But if that don't go to your mind, if you know what I'm saying, if that don't go to your, listen to what I'm saying, if that don't go to your mind, I don't give a fuck about your opinion about no street rappers, because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Mind your young ass business.
No, but then, okay, but Lil Baby, do Lil Baby rap about drugs like that? I thought.
Yes, nigga. What are you talking about? Have you ever listened to We Paid? Nigga, have you ever listened to Lil Baby music?
No, like that. That's why I'm saying. But that's what. But listen to Rick Ross and everybody. That's why I said when you say Lil Baby get the biggest slap, then Rick Ross.
Just all I'm saying.
Rick Ross got a lot of drug music.
Yeah, but I get you, but Rick Ross ain't. Listen, what I'm telling you. I'm gonna just tell you how some people treat Rick Ross. Rick Ross can't even do shows in Baltimore because Baltimore niggas don't play the CO shit. So is it certain niggas that just don't be like, even look at all of these motherfuckers on this shit is CMG like
he tarnished his image.
Who?
Rick Ross.
To some people he did.
Okay. Some
niggas don't look at Rick Ross the same after that CEO shit. Some people cool with it. Okay, he still made bucks. His music got better after 50 Cent tried to kill him. Yeah, if you talking about we just judging it off of quality of music, yes, Rick Ross turned that shit up a whole nother notch after the 50 Cent shit. Cool, but all I'm sitting here saying is we talking. If you go on Twitter right now, just put in Big Meech, and all you will see is endless motherfuckers like of a certain age, like, damn, where's Jeezy at? Because on paper, for most people, I'm not from Atlanta, I'm not from Detroit. So the first time I ever heard about BMF, ever seen Big Meech or any of them niggas in a video was on a Jeezy DVD. The Street Wars and all of them shits, when they was talking to Jeezy, Big Meech, Blue Da Vinci, all of them niggas was there. That's how I know who them is. Because guess what? I'm not from Atlanta. I'm not from Detroit. So the first time I got introduced to BMF, it was through Jeezy. It was a Jeezy and fucking Bun B video. So that's just my whole point of this. What I'm saying is saying you can't listen. We will completely going back into when we say about how black people water down our culture and we get rid of our own people. If we just keep letting random niggas, just because I got a computer and I get a bunch of views on my shit and I just keep you entertained by talking about all the bullshit, we'll fuck the whole rap music up and then we'll be listening to nothing but fucking Billie Eilish and Taylor Swift in a minute. Because like I always tell y'all, okay, if Lil Baby album is trash, then what else am I supposed to be listening to? Tell me, give me what's next and what's new. Niggas still can't. Y'all gave me LiAngelo Ball. That was what was next. Niggas' replacement for Lil Baby was LiAngelo Ball. Did y'all watch fucking LiAngelo Ball perform at the Detroit Lions game the other day? What are we talking about, dog? That's my point of what I'm sitting here saying. Like, we got to be serious with what the fuck we doing. Or we'll literally, as black people, continuously just, all right, fuck our own shit. Cool. All right, cool. I didn't kind of gave hip hop entirely too much fucking energy. Let me change where I'm going, where I want to go. We go to the Arizona dude first, and then we can go into probably a little bit of a sadder topic for, I'm sure, for most of the people on YouTube. The sadder topics will completely run y'all off because I'm not going to lie to you. I don't even, like, it be certain stories that you hear, and I just be like, bro, my only answer for this is to be like completely crash out. But I think the adult thing is still to listen to the news clips, allow it to play out, and really just deep dive into some of these. But anyway, I guess the first topic will be the young man in Arizona, and I never knew that there were damn near a Hooters version of coffee. So in Arizona, I had the top of the name, I would have forgot by now. But it's a coffee shop in Arizona, and it's basically set up damn near like Hooters. But they sell you coffee and bathing suits and shit. And it's a drive-thru. So a dude, he drove up to the drive-thru with his pants down. Literally didn't have his pants on at all. I don't even know how the woman knew when he was coming through the drive-thru that he didn't have his pants on, that she already had her phone out and was ready to record him. So it's like, I don't know if maybe,
I think somebody spotted him.
yeah, maybe somebody had to. By the time he got to the window, she already had her phone out and was recording him. So he pulled up to the joint and she like, I can't take your order. Put your pants on, got your pants on, whatever case may be. And he just hurry up and try to speed off. So then I guess he eventually ended up unaliving himself. And then his mom felt some type of way and was basically trying to blame her for putting him on blast. Like that to me, again, this was sometimes it's like, bro, what did she do wrong? She at work and this nigga pulled up to the drive. I don't care if they had that, bro. He pulled up to the drive-thru with his pants down. Like he ain't even literally try to be sneaky with it and like have his like pants halfway down his boxes. Like, of course you couldn't, what you could see in the camera, like nigga, it was all legs right there. So he literally pulling up just with his one, hey, can I order a hot latte and jacking his meat? Like, nigga, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, how was that my fault? How was that my fault that he pulled up to my drive-thru window beating his meat and I see he was recording him and now it go viral? And now you upset with me because he went and took his own, man, get out of here, dog. What are we talking about? But that'd be my point where sometimes when people love to play victim, like you can't sit here and play victim with me and you pulled up to my drive-thru window spanking your monkey. Like, what are we talking about?
You can. To
How?
Extent. Because that's just like, all right, like the whole, even with the Joy Taylor situation, it's like if you was Joy Taylor and what's name sitting across the table from you and he's whacking off because he's looking at your chest. But you can't dress up like that, right?
What the fuck do that mean? What the fuck do that mean? What is like
again?
How when he played what's his name?
Jason Whitlock.
Jason Whitlock talking about, oh, she got a nice rack. Like he's staring across her like she always got her titties, her cleavage out. Mm-hmm. And if he was under the table whacking off or whatever, right? But that's just how she's dressed, right?
What the fuck?
No, but is that the same thing?
No, it's not. It don't make it okay. Okay, I'm gonna tell you.
No, I'm saying it's not making it. No, I get it. It's not making it okay, but you still can put blame on it.
How? Because I came to work with my cleavage out. Niggas, okay for you to beat your meat in front of me? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, what type of
So why are you serving coffee with no shirt on?
The same reason why they serve in Hooters.
Why? But no, Hooters, you have a shirt on.
They got a tank top on. Niggas, girls got bathing suits on. What's the difference? Guess what you can't do in the strip club? Oh, Marcus, guess what you can't do? Women be butt naked in the strip club. There is no strip club that you can sit in the middle of the fucking strip club and be beating your meat. What are you talking about, dog?
Right, I know that. But what I'm trying to tell you is, you open this establishment to have people to attract people for that, to look at you.
Yeah, I'm just selling you a coffee in a different way. But listen to it.
To look at you. So if somebody says something inappropriate to you, can you get mad?
Niggas get kicked out of the strip club every day for doing inappropriate shit. What are you talking about?
If I pulled up to the coffee, I'm like, damn, you got some nice tits. Can you get mad at me?
Yeah, you said I got some nice tits. You ain't beating your meat. It's two different things.
But I'm still saying something inappropriate to you, right? When you feel something, you can't get mad at me because that's how you dress, right?
Listen to what I'm saying. Niggas get kicked out of the strip club every day. If they sit here and say you can't touch, you can't put your phone out or nothing. If you break any of those rules in the strip club, you get put out. You can, and guess what you can't do? You can't touch on the floor. You want to lap? You done watch P-Valley. You done watch enough. If you've been in enough strip clubs, I know you've been in enough strip clubs. We've been in strip clubs together. You cannot touch these women a certain way on the actual floor. That's what they got a VIP room for. You pay to go in the VIP room so you can do something a little bit more strange. And 9 times out of 10, before you go in the VIP room, if you are a strip club regular, you already make your decision. You already whisper in her ear like, "Hey, I'm trying to get a lap dance with my dick out." Oh yeah, you got to go pay to get in the VIP. I can get you with the bear man. So what are you talking about? Like, you know for a difference. She can't get butt naked on the floor, but she can get butt naked in the VIP. What are you talking about? Just because I'm serving coffee in a bathing suit don't mean that you can sit here and pull up to the fucking coffee jump with your meat out and jacking your man. Like, no, that don't work like that, nigga. Like what you said, that don't even make no sense.
So
that's like
so what you basically saying is you can show off you can show off, right? And if whatever people or react to you or even say, you're not at fault.
No, have some
Huh?
self-control.
Well, have some but if you
self-control.
say if somebody's walking down the street butt naked and somebody slap you in your ass or whatever,
don't have the right to touch me.
I don't have the right
to,
but you came out the house like that, right?
That's just like saying, no,
You came out the house like that, though.
Don't matter.
No, you say, nigga, you sound like a fucking rapist right now. I ain't gonna hold you. You sound crazy.
No, but I'm just, but that's what I'm. But,
no. I hear what you saying, but dog, you sound crazy. I'm telling you, you sound crazy. You sound fucking insane. Like you basically sitting here saying this because they serving in bathing suits. Nigga, I don't know when I don't even go to the club, but I guess what I know. I follow enough bartenders. Most bartenders are dressed the same way these girls was who sell coffee. And you selling to people in literally getting drunk. I'm at a bar, I'm serving people liquor, they're getting drunk. That don't give a nigga the right to sit in my bar like, hey, let me get another shot of Don Julio while I beat my dick. Like what?
It don't give them a right, but at the end of the day, you want to have people who want that fantasy. Like at the you're sitting here.
So you will be so listen to what you're saying. You will be okay. So you will be okay with a nigga beating his meat sitting right beside you at a you was at a bar and because the bartender got on a fucking like most clubs right now. If you go to most bartenders are fucking bartending in bikinis. So if you sitting here telling me you will be okay. Nigga, when the last time you been to a club? Bottle girls be having nothing but damn it.
Listen, you said a club. Listen, you said a club. This is a coffee shop. Why are you in a bikini in a coffee shop?
Because nigga, I'm being original. Because you can go to Starbucks. Because you can go to Starbucks and get it any other way. You can go to Dunkin' Donuts, nigga. How I gotta compete with Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts? So I'm gonna give you some titties with a side of mocha. What the fuck are you talking about?
But you telling me I'm supposed to just come in? I'm supposed to behave myself. If you sitting here serving me in a bikini, I'm supposed to just behave. There ain't no rape man shit. No, why do you have to serve me coffee with no clothes on?
The owner wanted business.
No, that is crazy. What? Listen to what you said. If you're telling me I came out here, I want to serve you in the bikini. Why we don't have no car wash where they wash cars in bikinis?
They might.
Strip clubs do it all the time. The Mile High do it all the time
to make money, right?
Yes.
Right. So why no company never opened it? You just telling me it's okay to serve coffee in a bikini, right? So why no bikini, cost?
Because let's be real. Let's be 100% honest. One, why strip clubs 9 times time to do it because they already had to facilitate for it. Nigga, if he wants something extra, he can go get him something extra with the car wash. But realistically, if I owned a car wash, and please, this is gonna sound super racist, but it's gonna be way cheaper for me to pay the Migos to wash your car than it's gonna be to pay fucking a stripper. What the hell are you talking about?
But we're serving.
If I own a car wash, I'm rather pay the Migos something cheap than sit here and try to pay a stripper but to be half naked. Like I'm cool. It ain't that.
Coffee don't match with bikini.
It doesn't matter.
Why are you in a bikini serving coffee?
Why are you coming here? If you're offended by it, don't come here.
Yeah, you crazy, though. You are tripping. Like, you tripping like shit. I don't know what type of fucking drugs you are right now, but you are tripping.
Nah, that's crazy.
Where the hell is the clips at?
Put your clothes on there.
Don't come here. Go to Starbucks if you don't like it. Go to Starbucks.
And he went there because that's what he liked. Being a creep, though.
Okay, well, don't be a creep.
Damn,
you got Pornhub. Go on Pornhub or something. Don't come out with you. That's illegal anyway.
I wonder how many customers they really get there. Is it really popular?
I mean, I don't know. It was another call in front of me. I don't necessarily know. I couldn't tell you. Like, I'm not sitting here about to make it like.
Busy. That's my.
I don't know.
I'm not.
I ain't from Arizona. I ain't never been there, so I don't know.
Like it's lines.
It might be.
In Landman, they had a coffee shop like that, and all the people that was like the Kohlers or not the Kohlers, the oil people, they would come and get the coffee from the women in the bikini.
But that's because they're not sitting at home, right? They've been home.
I mean, probably, but who? Ain't nobody pull up with they stuff out.
Yeah, you didn't pull it. They probably got their work on before they got to the door.
Okay, then do
they
it
looking from afar.
Then look from afar. Don't do it in my face. That's offensive.
Real quick, to switch gears before we get into something super serious, and y'all know I normally do not do this, especially when it comes to white TV shows. But I swear to God, y'all gotta watch this. This show is so hilarious. It's called Braiding Out Loud. So of course, like I said, I was watching Unravel and on HBO. You watch? You hip to it?
I've seen a little bit of it.
Oh my God, this is what I'm saying. So it's this white girl and she got Tourette's. So it come on. So if you got HBO Max, and of course I got HBO Max because I'm watching the Unravel jump. So they playing commercials through it for the game, whatever the case may be. So I'm literally like, oh shit, this girl like in the commercial, she just like her five favorite words that she yell out is a vagina, fat bitch, bald headed bitch. What else she be saying? She say dick a lot, and then it's like oh man, I can't remember what the other joint, but she literally got like 5 cuss words that she just completely just keep yelling out just randomly. Like her family is like, and her family all kind of seem like they're a little bit off, and I don't necessarily know if they off just because they gotta kind of like deal with her because she is like, bro. They for one of her little, and I felt like her little brother kind of was like, you did this to her because you knew what was going to happen. So they normally don't go out, like they don't go out to restaurants like this. Like one of the things, like I think she about to be 23, so she want to move out on her own. She don't want to keep living with her parents. She got a boyfriend, and let's be clear, she a half decent, like you and the white woman, she's a half decent looking girl. Cool, me personally, I ain't that horny. I don't know how the boyfriend is dealing with it because she literally just be randomly like, fat bitch, like she just, I'm talking her outburst, like she is like they literally, it's like a reality show. So they do like they'll show like whatever it's a scene go on, and then they'll do the breakdown. And she in the middle of her, and they call it a tick. So in the middle of her, like she'll get a tick, and her her throat will start itching, and then she'll just yell out like fat bitch, and then she'll just randomly suck my dick, like a pencil dick, or like what she said, I forgot how she always, like she got a one-liner for vagina, like something like tight vagina or something like that. She'll literally just be yelling out random stuff, and I'll be like, bro, I don't know if I'm supposed to be laughing at this, because a girl, like I said this to this bro, she was like, oh, I follow her on TikTok already, you late. I'm like, I don't want to follow her on TikTok because I don't want to be in every joke just laughing in the comment section, because I feel like I'm not supposed to be laughing at this, but I'm like, bro, it's a TV show, this shit is hilarious. Like nigga, she is. I'm talking about literally. She take her mother. Her and her mother going to like a Trader Joe's or something, and they from like a small, like somewhere like in a small town in Virginia. So like, it ain't nothing but white people in there. But I'm talking about like, she stand out like a sore thumb. Like just imagine if you took like Sexy Red in the middle of like fucking Arkansas or somewhere in a white neighborhood. That's how bad this girl stick out when she anywhere in public. So they at dinner, they in the grocery store. Like her mom, like, hey, can you get me these eggs? Fuck them eggs. Like I'm like, oh my God, she just literally. So people like, people don't see this. Like when have you in real life seen somebody with Tourette's? So when you see somebody with it, you kind of looking at it like, damn, is this real? Like, am I tripping? And if she real live, be literally in the store, like, and people start staring at her, fuck you looking at? And it just, oh, you fat bitch. Or if you got a bald head, she like was a dude with his recorder. She's like, I can't help it. With you got a bald head, I gotta say something. Bald head bitch. Like, I'm just like, bro, I swear to God, if you literally, you could just, if you see the clips to this show, it's going to off the rip. I'm like, I gotta click this. And I'm telling you, like, this your first time watching me or hearing me. I don't watch nothing that got a bunch of white people in it. But this shit was like, I have to watch this. Like, there's only one episode out right now. I'm going to watch however many fucking episodes they put out because I'm trying to figure out how horny is her boyfriend. This nigga said he found her on Tinder, and I'm like, bro, he said like in her Twitter, in her Tinder junk, it said that she got Tourette's, and he was like, damn, I thought she was kind of like trolling, but he was like, who gonna lie about that? And I'm like, yeah, you still swipe left on her? Like, nigga, how horny are you? Like, did you real life really want to sit here and pursue somebody who cannot stop just blurting out random shit? And I mean, of course, I'm sure, I mean, like, you would want everybody to be able to find love, but, huh?
You wouldn't do it?
Nah, dog.
Even if she looked good.
I don't, nigga, she could look like Bernice, nigga. That's crazy. You can't go nowhere. Nigga, they at the bowling alley and she bowling.
She go nowhere.
And then she get to trolling. No, because she want to go out. She still want to live a normal life. Like, nigga, she wants to go out. She want to move out her parents' house. That, by her behavior, there's no way in hell she should ever move out her parents' house. And she like gun-ho and I'm trying to move out. And her mom and dad is terrified. Like, even when he leave out, like they cool with the boyfriend. The boyfriend come over, he know the whole family. But I'm telling you, like, it was her little brother's birthday, nigga, and they went out to, like, let's just say like the Cheesecake Factory or something. It wasn't the Cheesecake Factory, but let's just say that's what type of restaurant it was. It wasn't like something super dressed up or nothing. It was just people there, but they had like, matter of fact, let's just say they kind of went to like an upscale Dave & Buster's because it was video games and stuff there, but and it was loud there. People still talking, but her projection is still louder than everybody else's, and she just screaming out random stuff. Like, she realistically just, man, she is crazy. Like, dog, I'm talking about, like, I don't know how this nigga do it, but I'm like, bro, you gotta be super horny, or
but
you got.
She check out all your boxes. Everything else,
man, you nigga, watch this. Ain't no, you can't. I don't listen. What I'm saying, I'm happy that somebody actually love her, but it's no way in hell, dog. I'm sorry.
She communicates well. She don't do text messages. She communicates what you wanted, right? The communication and all that.
No, listen. Even when they was doing the jump, like the people was asking her, like, "Hey, doing intimacy?" Like they ain't even say sex. Like they beating around the bush. Like when you guys have intimacy, like because they both in their 20s. Like I think he's 23 and she may be 21. And he was like, "Hey, does she have tits doing intimacy?" So he was like, she was like, "You want to watch?" I'm like, "Nigga, what?" Like, dog, nah, bro. I swear to God, you watch that. It's like, nah, nigga, she is hilarious. But like I said, that joint is called.
You might as well play that damn clip that I sent you.
Of what?
The dude making fun of the.
I played at the beginning. I just want to get this joint off before I forget about this other more serious joke.
The judge made a ruling here just in the past hour, and just as he was being let out of court, Nazaya's relatives just pulled back their motion. Take a listen. Sean Lane was in that courtroom as the judge delivered her ruling. Sean, this hearing, it took days.
Every moment really was so hard to listen to. That quick, the judge, she wants to go just all of us. Take a listen.
You may never know what happened, but from what I heard today, over the last 4 or 5 days, it appears he intended to perform what he thought was a do-it-yourself abortion on Nazaya. It went south, and instead of seeking medical attention for her, he intentionally killed her and tried his best to cover it up.
36th District Court Judge Elias agreed with the final words for Jarvis Butts as she ruled that Butts will now go on trial for the brutal sexual assaults and murder of 13-year-old Nazaya Harris, who disappeared exactly 1 year ago today.
You groomed Nazaya. You played mind games with her. We all heard that. You controlled her emotionally. She was exposed to so much at such a young age. The text messages between you were disgusting to hear.
The teen's body has never been found. A mountain of evidence presented over 4 days of this preliminary hearing. The judge saying it seemed that no one looked out for Nazaya.
Nazaya deserved so much more. And while I mentioned other people that failed her, Jarvis Butts, you were the monster in this whole picture.
Back to live, you hear Judge Sabri saying, Butts, you're the monster in this, but she also listed off some family members. She was wondering where they were in all this, why they didn't notice what was happening, or if they did, why didn't they step in? Bottom line here, Butts now moves to a murder trial. January 16th is the first date here. Family pointing to that as perhaps the first date to perhaps moving towards some justice for this teenage girl. We're live downtown, Sean Lane, local 4, back to you.
The killing of 13-year-old Nazaya Harris will stand trial.
So, so of course, I mean, like realistically, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I first heard this story, so a homegirl and I was sending, you know, she's just trying to have like conversation, like, hey, what's your thoughts on it, or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, of course, you're just your original thought pattern, and I'm sure even realistically now, why people are even calling out the aunt and the grandma, like, where was the family at? And then the crazy thing is, like, you sit here charging this dude with murder, and I'm kind of, maybe because you watch too much TV sometimes, I'm like, damn, what if this girl really not dead though? Like how do you, it's kind of because, like, of course, I don't even think she only been missing for like a year, and I think they sit here trying to say that he killed her because they feel like he got her pregnant. But I'm like, what if he just stashed her away somewhere and didn't want her to pop back out until she old enough where he can't get charged? Like, I don't necessarily know. So it's like, how you charge somebody with murder because they don't even have a body yet. Like, there's nobody. Like, they don't have nobody for this girl. So I'm like, damn, that's kind of crazy. Like, you don't even necessarily, like, what if she's really not dead and she's still just out here missing somewhere?
Because I seen another one where they like read the text messages, and it was just like even the text message between the guy and the girl was just like it was OC. And I think,
for sure, but that's
but I don't know if this the same case because I want to say that I think the girl was younger or whatever that I saw, and you know, like the back and forth is just like, well, I'm gonna leave this door open, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z. I think like, you know, a certain person is like, all right, yeah, I trust you. You're around the kid. Like, I'm not paying to no man.
Well, no, because he was arrested before for sexually assaulting young girls. I want to say his own daughter, but like, they knew he was.
I don't know.
I don't knew he was a sex offender, and she still.
Oh, they knew that. See, I don't. Okay, see, because it might be it might be another case.
Just real quick, just because it's this young lady. I mean, I played her on here before when she was breaking down a little Dirk's case, and this is one of the reasons why I just like TikTok, because you find somebody her saying that she always started off like, hey, I'm not a lawyer. I think she really is a lawyer, because the way she be breaking down a lot of these jumps, she'd go a little bit more into detail with it. What the fuck? Here.
But I am a mother, and there is a case out of Detroit that has absolutely broken my heart. Let me tell you everything you need to know about why this man has been charged with the death of this 13-year-old little girl. And yes, it's what Okay, so the first thing you need to know is that this is a circumstantial case. There's no body, no weapon, and no eyewitness.
It says that the cause of death remains unknown, which obviously Ms. Craig is getting to one of the main issues in this case, and one of the big questions in this case. That I anticipate is going to be a defense argument.
So just
Like
real
in
quick,
the
I do.
it was like she wanted to get an abortion. Or,
Yeah, so that was basically what they were trying to say. So that was so yeah. So
I think I just saw the text. I just think I just
yeah. So realistically, for people, just a little bit backstory. I'm gonna let this lady jump play too because I think she do a great job at breaking it down. But that is just my only thing with, of course, like I said, sometimes that's why too much TV can be bad for you because in my maybe again watching too many of those finding missing people shows or them type of jumps, like you see so many people that kind of be like they go missing and then somebody end up finding them, or they end up like they didn't stash this girl away somewhere. Like nobody don't know because like you see here charging somebody with murder, there ain't nobody, it ain't no weapon. Like, and let's be clear, this dude, if he is guilty, then he should do life in prison. But I think the grandmother, the aunt, and all of them should be still like, how we just pinning it on this one dude and y'all just kind of let him get so cozy with this little girl and y'all just allowed him to even build some type of bond or relationship with her. Like everybody in this situation is dead wrong, dog.
See, and that's why I say I think because like I saw the text messages and how she was just like I think the last what's that she was like, well, I'm about to leave school. But
listen to what I'm saying. Even still,
she deleting the text messages between them. She's like, answer me, say okay, so I could delete this message so nobody knows.
I mean, but again,
so
like, I'm gonna play.
I'm
gonna play it out more because this lady going way more details.
Shannon Harris and her aunt Shannon's 5 children. Nazia's biological mother was not in her life.
And just real quick, I have not said nothing gay all episode, so please pause, no Diddy. Let me just get this out real quick because I have to. Dog, if you look, it's no way again. It's something wrong with this nigga, and I know that he probably did do something to this little girl. Because, dog, have y'all seen this aunt? This aunt is ugly as shit. And this is a nice looking dude. Pause, no homo. Nigga, if you look at that aunt and look at this nigga, you know that this nigga is leeching off of this woman for some wild reason. Like this woman, if these two was on, I don't know how I'm gonna, like I said, I don't necessarily know. I'm gonna play the rest of it, but I'm telling you, if I'm just going off of the eye test, I'm looking at this man and this woman, and ain't no way in hell you telling me that this man is with this woman just off the strength that he think that she's like this is a catch for him. You seen the woman in the man, Eric? Am I off on my own point?
I'm put a cap on you. Compliments.
Man, nigga, I gotta paint the picture for people who ain't seen it or people just like living like you blind to what I'm looking at. Cause I'm looking at a woman that be like, she look like a goddamn bulldog if I'm keeping it a buck. And this nigga look like somebody who used to be a Bone Thugs and Harmony. Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Now, the father of Aunt Shannon's 5 children is this man, 41-year-old Jarvis Ramon Butts. Yes. How about you do that? And do all your dads say dad? Yes. Who's their dad? Jarvis Butts. Jarvis has apparently like 13 kids. He works as a mechanic and he owns an auto body shop with this man whose name is Cordell Wright, aka King. And this body shop that the two own and work at is not too far from where Nazia lives with her grandmother. Police say that on January 9th, 2023, Nazia gets on her school bus, but instead of heading home to her grandmother's house, she instead heads toward Jarvis's shop. Now, before she reaches the shop, Jarvis and King see her as they are on their way back from picking up a part from the dollar store.
Is he locked up too?
Now, multiple people testify about seeing a little girl with Jarvis on January 9th, the day she went missing, including Jarvis's own sister, who brought her car up to the shop that day. So again, January 9th is the last time that anyone's seen or heard from Messiah. And Jarvis is the last person that she is confirmed to have been with. Which leads me to the second thing that you need to know about this case. And that is, while the case is circumstantial, the circumstances are pretty strong. This picture of Messiah was taken the day that she went missing. And pay attention to her glasses because it turns out Jarvis asked one of the mother of his children if he could borrow her car. But when he returned it, he left something in there. What is it that Mr. Blunt followed your vehicle? Is that 9 a.m. or 9 p.m.?
That's my dog.
Huh? No, that's not the
Did you notice anything in the backseat that was different? Okay. So you're up in that, you see something in the glasses, you take them back. Now, what is that? Police also looked into Jarvis's phone location data to track his whereabouts and conduct some searches along those lines to see if they could find anything connected to the Zion. And they didn't. And you don't work out, or you have different locations that she also did too. And you started to got the phone after a little bit black and white pictures that we collected from the Florida area. That is the black jacket that was collected. This is, of course, the first photograph behind that paper. That was the paper and headphones that were recovered from that jacket. So I think the hood of that hooded jacket, several holes in the jacket of underwear. That is the proceeds that we recovered. So after what they were doing, let's take the element of it. So there's a lot of just off.
All right, I mean that's enough for me because this shit about to piss me off. I've been already pissed me off, and I kind of just this was me watching this stuff in real time because I kind of just been putting it off because just as an adult, it make you have so many different emotions where it's like this dude is a piece of trash, just period, just in general. But then it kind of just be like how many other people failed this little girl before it even got to this. Because it's just like, for one, for her to even have that type of relationship and it's just that comfortable with just like, even we talking about bad choice of just like women judging or picking men is like even off the strength, like you already having 5 kids with a nigga who already got what they say he think he got like 13 kids. So it's like you constantly you just even bringing that type of person around your niece to me is just crazy. And some people may be like, oh, how you judge somebody off of how many kids they have? Like, bro, we talking about just judging people off of character, and it just seemed like everybody was kind of just blind to what was just really going on. And then it's like, damn, it ain't nobody gets no nothing. I'm still to the point where it's like, damn, I've never even heard of like she only been missing for a year. I mean, a year, of course, is way too long. But then it's like she don't even really got nobody that's gonna crash out for her because it's like I'm sure the grandmother feel like some type of way, but it's your daughter's fault. And then it's like the real mother don't have no type of relations with this little girl, ain't in her life. Obviously, I'm sure the father not there neither. So it's just kind of like everybody literally just failed this little girl even up to this day where it's like, bro, it's just a bunch of like you just was like super neglected to this little girl, and it's like you let it go that far. Like you let it go to the point where it was just like, man, come on, dog. Like why did she even got his number to even send texts? Like why the fuck was it even of that line of communication? And you know it had to be foul because you talking about this is his sister, the lady on the junk, his blood sister on the stand, and she breaking up in tears. Even basically, she probably feel some type of blame. Like I seen it, but even just seeing him saying like, this is your blood brother. And she like, who's this little girl? And you supposed to have 5 kids by you sitting here saying he had 5 kids by this girl's aunt. How do you never seen this little girl before? How you don't know? This is your sister. She don't know who this little girl is. Like that to me is just like that. Some of that shit just don't make no sense. Like how you don't know who this little girl is, but this is basically damn near almost like a niece, daughter. They all live in the same house. To your brother's baby mother of 5 kids. Like bro, that shit just seemed like such a nasty thing. And one shout out to Skilla Baby, and he's saying he want to pay for, the funeral. I'm like, how you even have a funeral for somebody with nobody? Again, like I don't even want them like because I feel like at this point y'all almost giving up on her again because it's like you ain't even still looking for her. Like you don't have a body, you don't necessarily know she even dead, but y'all completely just I'm done. Like you ain't even like you charging somebody, but you ain't even got a body. Like you basically just giving up on me. Like that shit's sad though. Like and it's so disgusting because it's just like damn, like you literally like it's somebody who I'm sure every day is born into one of these situations because it's just like you can't pick the family you're born into, and she was kind of just born into a piece of shit family where it's like her real mother didn't want her. Now you kind of just dumping her off to her grandmother who basically probably got to deal with one of her daughters who got 5 fucking kids by some bum at like man. That shit just, man, that whole story just fucked up. But shout out to Skilla Baby for even trying to, I guess me, because he's trying to do something like you feel like, hey, I'm doing something right. But it's still just like, damn, dog. Like, man, everybody in their mother just did her dirty. Like, that shit trifling, man. Let me try to lighten the mood and find something else to talk about. Jesus Christ. Well, I guess while we kind of talking about parenting, and we can kind of talk about half decent parent. So it was a text message that was going viral. A mom posted of a 9-year-old daughter. A 9-year-old girl asking her 9-year-old son for some money. And it basically kind of was like, the little girl was like, her energy was like, damn, you ain't got no money for me, whatever the case may be. And the little boy was like, bro, I'm 9. How the fuck where am I supposed to get money from? And that to me is just so like the little girl's response to her was like almost like if this was like a conversation between like 2 people in their 30s. Like this was damn near like a 30-year-old asking her boyfriend or some nigga that she been like trying to like give some cheeks to, and he ain't got no money for her. Like, bro, you're 9. Why? Like, again, why is 9-year-olds even having phones to even like text each other? Like that to me is like that one is that's the huge like, bro. We talking about parenting. The day and age of what? I guess what I'm saying. He shouldn't be texting nobody though. Like this thing, bro. Listen to what I'm saying. When I listen to what I'm saying, well, I don't know what they got a phone for. I'm not a parent, but what I'm just saying is that when I was 9 years old, I wasn't allowed to have no fucking phone calls.
You're absolutely right. You didn't have, and that's what I'm saying. It's the day and age. Did you even if it was the iPad?
Bro,
It's the same. I mean, you they have those. Yes, you didn't.
Shout out to that mom for being an actual mom and going through the phone to see what these kids even talking about. But just to me, still was like, bro, I listen what I'm saying. I get it. I don't know how you. I don't know I'm not no super technology person, so I don't even know what settings you can put on phones. I don't know. I'm literally old. I just use this shit as is. I don't even when it comes to editing videos. I'm super dry with all my shit. I don't know how to do none of the fancy shit. But I'm just sitting here saying, as a parent, if you got a phone, I just feel like you should figure out some restrictions that your kids should only be able to contact two people, the mother and the father, and maybe a grandparent. That's it. Everybody else, you don't need to contact to, because that's what your friends have. Y'all can communicate through fucking what's that stupid game, Fortnite. Y'all better talk through the damn head. Well, I don't know. You better. Y'all nigga. When I'm playing on the fucking jump, it tell you who logged in. Hey, such and such on here. You better catch them in.
What if you don't have a system then?
Then you ain't playing the game.
No, I'm saying, but how do they communicate with their friends? How do they talk to their friends? They don't go outside. How do they communicate?
When you go to school. The same way I had to communicate with my friends, nigga. I couldn't sit on nobody's fucking phone. But I'm telling you, this I swear to God,
it's a different generation.
Man, yeah, y'all better bring back 9 p.m. bed. Like, bro, a 9-year-old asking another 9-year-old for money. A 9-year-old, like, she was literally acting like a 30-year-old city girl. And got mad because the little nigga ain't had, like, what, man? This world is crazy.
But I think, and that's why I said, because you don't have kids and you don't, like when they be sitting here saying are we going here? My father can drop me off there, blah, blah, blah. You don't have no money, but you're making plans to spend my money.
Man, make parenting great again. I don't know what to tell you, dog. And like I tell y'all, this day and age, y'all kids got way too many options and way too many opinions. When I was a kid, I know for a fact I ain't had none of these options and I ain't had none of these fucking opinions. That's just too, like, this is, I don't know what happened or what was like, where did it just like, at what age?
There's more options there.
Man, your options gonna be, you better play this fucking game or take your black ass outside.
But that's what I'm saying. So you got to think, I think
they don't even go outside.
But just think about it. Even when us growing up, McDonald's and pizza, we didn't have.
Yeah, if you guess what, I haven't even. Listen to what I'm saying, and that's my point. Nigga, y'all don't even say that no more. Do you got McDonald's money? Like, that was a signature in the black household. Y'all so pussy now. Your kids ain't never even heard. Do you got McDonald's money?
They have. They still here.
Yeah,
but you got a lot of parents that are busy. They work and they doing. So okay, so it's more convenient for them. All right, let me just run fast and get McDonald's real quick.
Make hot dogs and bangs great again. Fuck.
Like
that's my fucking point. Y'all kids got too many fucking options and opinions. Did y'all telling me that y'all sit here and caved in with the kids? Y'all don't even cook hot dogs and beans no more. They could get McDonald's or fucking Chick-fil-A. Man, y'all crazy as shit. Like, I couldn't get McDonald's and they had a real dollar menu. Dude, like, think about what the fuck, man, y'all crazy as shit. Y'all niggas better find a set of balls or something. What the?
I don't think it's a set of balls.
Get McDonald's or Chick-fil-A.
Man, do you got McDonald's money? That's what the fuck is the problem with it. That's what the problem is. Like, how did y'all skip? How did you sit here and allow your kid? Because let's be clear, I don't think none of y'all are richer than y'all parents were. So how do y'all sit here and be like, it's okay for me to sit here and not? Dog, that's like, just make black people great again. Hey, how the fuck did y'all skip that? Like, how did McDonald's, have McDonald's money stop becoming an okay thing to say?
But here's my thing.
Like, who inaugurated, like, hey, we ain't about to sit here and say, do you got McDonald's money no more? Like, that's not a thing no more in the black household. It's just like, hey, we gonna get Chick-fil-A.
Yeah,
your kids probably got Chick-fil-A and McDonald's shit on their fucking apps. Bro, y'all are fucking crazy, bro.
So I ask you, if you was to sit here and have a child, now what is your mind? What are you going to say and say? Well, no, we just going to eat salad, or like what are you going to push? Because you have those options. And even when your kids go to school and with other kids, see, like I went on a field trip the other day, and it was a little boy there, and he kept like, oh, I want something to eat or whatever, and I was just like, come on back, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got your lunch. Oh, I don't want to eat that sandwich. He's looking for somebody to spend money on him or whatever.
So what the fuck does that mean? Because he don't want to eat a sandwich, you supposed to buy him something?
No, but that's what I'm saying. But that's how he was trying to sit here and trying to get somebody to buy him something. But I kept like, nah, come on, sit down. You know, Don't, like, come on back, eat what you got, or whatever the case may be. But you have people that like, all right, well, I kind of feel like I can persuade somebody else to buy me something. And like I don't know if he was going to steal something or whatever. I'm like, dude, come on back over here. So that's what I'm saying. Like they have the options now. And that's why I'm just like,
you let me tell you what I'm saying. I grew up on peanut. I hate that. I don't know.
But how do you do it now? How do you say no? Oh, we going to go to such and such. This is all you got. This is the only money you got. This is all you can spend. This is all you can do. You can't use this.
Like, how do you do guess what? The same way as an adult. Let's be clear. The same reason why even if y'all stop lying on social media, the same reason why sometimes as adults you still eat oodles and noodles because the shit get tight. I know how to thug it out off these oodles and noodles. Y'all don't know how to thug it out with your kid, bro. I'm not buying this shit. That's why we got fucking food in the house to eat. The same shit that I cannot. That's the only thing. No, listen to me. I got a long list of shit I can't wait to tell my kids that my motherfucking mother and father told me. Y'all sit here and look at that list of shit that y'all parents said to y'all. It was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that to my kids. Like, you okay? Ain't nothing wrong with you. Y'all got decent jobs, careers. You got decent. Like, what the fuck? How did y'all eliminate? You got shit to eat in the house. You got McDonald's money. Don't like none of that shit. Don't even count no more. Like, do you know we used to get carried out for our birthday?
Listen. But here's my thing. Just like you say that, right?
That's why I don't
list of that, right? You got a long list of that. So when you have kids and your mother is okaying with the stuff she wouldn't okay to you, then how do you say that?
But listen to what I'm saying. Though, that's listen to what I'm saying. That we not grandparents is gonna be grandparents.
Right. So a parent. So that's her parent. So her parents probably will say the same thing about her. It's a different generation. It ain't the same as okay. Well, we used to sit here, everybody washing the same bathtub. You're not going to sit and tell your kids they got the same water and washing the same bathtub.
Listen what I'm saying. That's why I don't have kids. But listen, I'm gonna tell you how fucked up it is. But you gotta think about it. Even as a kid, sometimes I think about this shit, and it's something just when you gotta kind of bro. As a kid, your aunts and uncles used to give you the worst fucking gifts. Now to like this generation of kids, I watch people on social media. Like you feel like you gotta go above and beyond for fuck. These ain't your kids. Your aunt and uncles ain't go above and beyond for you. Why the fuck do you feel like you gotta go above and beyond, man? Y'all, I ain't gonna lie to you. Y'all black motherfuckers is crazy.
I was stolen from English soil and sold to American America who wanted to make a girl. And I believe that had I been with my rightful family in England, I would not be able to.
Bruh.
It's very hard to be transracial because, when I'm around certain people, they think I'm trying to make fun of them, especially when it's like Vietnamese. But I just want to be a part of the culture because I love them, Everybody know that I love the Vietnamese people. I was in trouble with nothing. I don't have a little town called Cleburne, Texas. I just really feel like that's what made me.
Oh my.
And I love them. They've always loved me. I've always loved them. And I didn't have one thing.
Hey, bro.
This is what it is. I don't think it's a coincidence that I'm a transracial. I think it's a coincidence that one of my favorite foods is chicken tikka masala. That is why the Indian comes to tell everybody what is that. When I see people, I tell everybody what are you talking about.
Hey, bro. And that shit is on this one. One is only 100 times funnier because how big she is and just how she looks. Nigga, he got a lot to do with it. Because I don't necessarily know if I would be laughing this hard if this was a white person doing that. Like, because that's what I'm saying. That's
but they're not even saying. But okay, but if the people who's not seeing it though, it's still funny. If you're not seeing it,
but it make it funnier when you see the person that's doing it. Like the fact that was a fat black girl doing that shit, it made it 100 times funnier. I'm telling you, like, nigga, comedians lean into what they look like. What's this? Oh man, I got this clip of this comedian nigga. Like, yo, when you fat, you gotta lean into fat jokes to make this shit even funnier because you know that you fat and everybody's looking at you. Like, you can't.
She was leaning to being fat. You just looking at her because she's fat.
Nigga, that's what made it funnier. Where my man at? Oh, nigga, right here.
That name with Dawson Shank.
Look how. Like, bro. Listen to what I'm saying, and that's my point of why I'm telling you. Just sometimes you got to kind of lean into your looks, and that's what make it 100 times funnier. I do want to realistically, I guess we can kind of get into some dating shit because we've kind of been all over the place, but we haven't hit anything. And I do like this young lady. This is Jessie Wu, but I completely disagree with probably 90% of the shit she's about to say. I can't remember what she said on the top of my head, but I knew I sent myself this clip for a reason.
Those of you men who are not getting the women that you want, the truth is a lot of you guys are boring. C'est pourquoi NSC limb chucks. You have no conversation. You're not exciting. You don't plan an actual experience. Pourquoi NSC limb chucks. You want to get that sport. You don't want to travel nowhere. You don't want to try different food. C'est limb chucks. Limb chucks. Let's put that up. Pourquoi NSC. Always the same thing. It's no adventure with y'all. If you are a man in the dating pool right now, ask yourself, are you an experience? We want an experience this year. Experience.
You know, the crazy thing is, I thought I was going to disagree. I absolutely agree with what she said. Now, I do think
I was
realistic.
about that.
No. I totally agree with everything she said. I do, and when she ended is like, are you an experience? Now, let's be clear. I do think realistically, for most men, even like men myself, if you have any dating history, and I think that's one thing. I'm a kid. The older you get, you come with some baggage. You're gonna come with some baggage, and everybody has to figure a way how to leave your baggage and baggage claim. And most of us can't. I know I can't. I just when she said, like, I think when I used to date, was I an experience? Absolutely. But do I think that being an experience probably just give you a bitter taste? Because I feel like if you was one of those people where you feel like, I'm going all about above and beyond for this to be the greatest dating experience that somebody has ever experienced when they date me, then if it don't benefit into your favor and it don't play out to getting married and having kids and all that shit, then you kind of be like, yeah, maybe I should just start fucking selling fast food. So it's like if you kind of get tied into it, like if it was a restaurant, like if I had a 5-star restaurant, but people were just coming in my shit, pissing all on the shit, treating my shit like McDonald's, and then I just don't get that same return, and I ain't getting a bunch of 5-star Yelp reviews, and I kind of be like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go sit here and sell fast food now. I'm not about to keep giving people the 5-star dining experience. And I do think 90% of men who don't want to come as an experience, I'm sure you used to be an experience for somebody, if not multiple women. You probably have been experienced. You could probably sit here and say most men, if you are in your 30s and up, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna go out on them and say, if there are 3 women, did you feel like you went above and beyond and gave the best dating experience of your life? And because that shit didn't work in your favor, and I'm speaking for myself, and I'm like the pastor right now, I'm just speaking to the congregation. And y'all can say amen, tap your neighbor, and do whatever else. I know for a fact that them 3 fucking women that you went above and beyond and gave an experience to is the reason why you don't want to give nobody else an experience. And that shit just is you got, and realistically, you have to deal with those repercussions as your own, because I mean, it's just the truth. Like, I'm 100% positive that's just how you really feel about it, and that's why you kind of can't get over it. And then you just gotta take it for what it is.
I ain't gonna say that.
Why not? Because that's just that. Why don't you?
So you saying, all right, whatever's your cap is, right? So nobody can experience past that. That's what you're saying.
No. I'm not saying that they can't. I'm just saying that it's just going. I'm not in a rush to, because I just feel like it's just almost just like perfect example. Like if you ever,
but then that's like, if I showed you this, right, and then I start talking to you, you never even experienced the bare minimum. You never even experienced my love. So why couldn't I still do the? You know what I'm saying? Why I still can? You never experienced that.
I mean, it just, like I said, it depends. I just think realistically, sometimes you just like, if you ever get bit by a dog before, you're gonna be careful by the next time you pet another dog. That's just my.
You're not gonna be terrified of dog. You still want to go
shit,
around
nigga. You say that, but if you ever been attacked by a dog before, nigga, you gonna think twice. Even if somebody be like, "Oh no, my dog don't bite." If you ever been chased by a dog or almost bit by a dog, even if somebody say, "Oh, he don't bite," you still in the back of your mind gonna have some type of fear until that dog show you some type of love where you kind of let your guard down and be like, "Oh, let me pet him."
So have you ever been heartbroken?
Of course.
But you still love, right? Do you still
Niggas, no, I'm not though, and I'm not rushing to be like, hey, I want to go find love again. And I think that's the difference between women and men. I think women can sit here and have a bad dating experience and still go run back into the dating pool and look for and still be looking for love. Whereas a nigga could be like, I done had a horrible dating experience and I ain't never running back. Like I can even tie this in. I can tie it into sports. I can even tie it into sports. Back in the day, wide receivers used to Jerry Rice and Chris Carter and Marvin Harrison. Them three niggas made their and shit. Even Wes Welker for the Patriots. It's some niggas who made their bread and butter running across the middle. But you ain't. It's not too many wide receivers right now. After you have seen these couple of niggas get their shit smacked completely. Niggas like Randy Moss, like bitch, you ain't never gonna get me to run across the middle. That just ain't what I'm signing up for. So some niggas can learn and be like, yeah, I don't know if I'm going across the middle again, dog. All it takes is that one time you run into Ray. Look at every time Ocho Cinco talk about him running up into Ray Lewis, how he fucking never thought about doing it again.
But he still did it.
He did it. It's cool. I did it too. I didn't have my heart broke before, but that don't mean I'm trying to run across the middle again. Nah, I don't know, dog. Like it looks sweet. I could probably pick up 15 yards if I run across the middle and get my shit rocked. But I don't, you're so right. If I sit here and say, hey, I want to open up the greatest dating experience again, I probably could find a girlfriend tomorrow. But I'm thinking about, is it really worth going across this middle? Because if Ray Lewis turned this motherfucker up, I might get CTE in the morning. That's how niggas feel. That's the perfect way I can put it. That's the best way I can put dating into sports. Is like, as my wide receiver, is it really going to be me worth going across the middle? I could easily catch this bitch and take it to the crib. But if I catch it and I get blindsided, I may be out on my fucking DeMar Hamlin shit.
But then that's the thing. If you put too much into the experience, then actually, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm putting all the effort into it. Like she said, if you putting all the effort into it, planning stuff and doing all that, that's why you feel like, oh, I don't want to do it again. Because like I said, if you still enjoying it, why wouldn't you just, all right, I'm still living.
Because guess what? The older you get, you know two things you don't get back. You don't get back time and you don't get back money. And so you start to value, like, do you want to keep just wasting money trying to provide an experience?
But you're gonna waste money regardless.
You know
money
you're not.
You ain't saving money. You can't take the money with you if you go.
So what? I ain't got to spend it on this bitch neither.
But you still spending it.
So what? I don't have this, but I can spend it on stuff that I like. I might just need me an extra pre-workout. I can go I can take a couple more extra days off. I can spend it on Madden. I can do, it's a lot of other shit I can do for myself, and I ain't got to do it on that dating experience. And that's how a lot of men, like, again, Tiger, I've been across that middle, caught it, and that motherfucker Ray Lewis hit me that one time. I felt that I was like, this was before they bought the blue tent out. I don't necessarily know if I'm gonna get up the same now that they got that fucking blue tent right there. And while we talking about dating and talking about, and I'm using a football analogy, I want to play this clip from this former Broncos. I believe was he a corner or wide receiver?
And I had the beginning, first 2 years, you know what I mean? So you feel like you were chasing the hoes, I was chasing the hoes. Because that's the real thing, like, that's what you keep looking. So,
Hall of Fame with it.
and like, they told me to say yes to something, said no to something else. So at the end of the day, like, there were so many times I said yes to the person who actually said no for football, you know, and they got bad before the games, and after bad too. You're like, bro, what are you doing? I could have just got to that. That could have just got to that game, bro. I just was young and stupid, you know.
But you know why I appreciate these conversations? Because to me, these conversations are so worth having, because just not for somebody older like me, but it could be somebody younger, this 18, 19, 20, 21, where you need to hear this now, because I think realistically, a lot of people don't want to be honest about how bad it go after just constantly chasing box. Because he's like, you just sometimes, and his extreme ain't even crazy. Like, he ain't get locked up, he ain't got a bunch of kids, he ain't die. Because let's be clear, it's an extremer to that. But even him being realistic, like, damn, if I would have locked in more on football, I could have just had a wife, came home, went to practice, and did whatever. But those extra times where you talking about going on them extra dates, or you sitting here staying up a little bit later, especially for somebody, let's say for somebody like myself. Oh, I can get on social media and get somebody in a whole different time zone. Let's be clear. As a man, if you live on the East Coast and you trying to get some West Coast box, like your sweet spot, if you are on the East Coast trying to do long distance, is find you somebody living in somewhere in Texas because they only an hour behind. But when you get into California and you get to Vegas and they 3 and 4 hours behind you, now your whole sleep pattern off because you can't see. It may be 12 o'clock your time. It's only 8 p.m. and hers. She just getting home. She trying to chat it the fuck up. But you want that West Coast booty. Again, you can sit here. So that's why sometimes we talk about having those conversations so people can learn from your experience and kind of be like, damn, he got a point. Was it worth it? Like you lost on that. You eventually got the box, but all of that time frame that you was throwing your sleep pattern off, what have you could have been achieving instead of trying to chase that West Coast coochie?
I mean, especially speaking like playing sports and like you always say to me, oh, I'm worried about chasing, instead of focusing on basketball. I get that mind frame and I understand it. Like you lose focus on it, but then it's just like, if he wasn't spending the money, I feel like you more so because you spending that money and how much you offering up and giving up.
He ain't never say he was spending no money.
But I'm sure he is.
No, I'm sure he probably spent some money, but it don't matter. But you still chasing the box.
But I want to ask you that if you wasn't spending the money on those dates and it wasn't pricey, would you still be like, oh, I don't want to go on dates? Because that's why I say I feel like that kind of holds more onto it because you spent so much.
No, but you gotta think about it though. Sometimes even when you because you could sit here and say spending money on dates and look at it like, oh, you just tricking on a bra. Sometimes you spend money on dates because I don't want to be around a bunch of niggas. Because the cheaper you
right.
But listen what I'm saying though. The cheaper you water down that experience is hell. I gotta kind of see here. I don't want to be out eating in the trenches because you like. You don't want to say I'm not about to ride an hour to go to a Fridays neither. So it's just like if you want to change the whole entire atmosphere of the people you around experiencing dinner with, like, and you don't have to sit here and necessarily say the date got to be 300, but even if it's like $1 and some change, I may want to spend a little bit more like where I'm going. I don't want to sit here. Just think about it I'm not saying now, but when DC was DC, going to Georgetown was a thing. Because that means I was away from in this day and age, I'm away from the niggas with the shiesties on. Like, I'm not trying to get money and still be just like on some low budget shit and around a bunch of low budget niggas. Like, no, I need to change the atmosphere. I need to change my air just for my own. I can't let my guard down and be on a date in a fucking hood. Like, that's not going to happen. My head going to be on a fucking swivel the whole time. I'm not even going to be able to enjoy myself. So if I got to go out and sit here and like, oh, I'm going to the Fridays on Silver Hill. What the fuck? I'm not playing with my own safety like that. I don't give a fuck about this bitch. I care about me. So a lot of that times when you sit here up in the experience of what you're dating on, I'm still doing it for my own safety because now I gotta still go home. I still like I can't just sit here and act like I'm just that's not gonna happen. I'm not about to just be sitting in somebody's fucking like no, hell no. And that's how niggas end up getting their ass smoked, bullshitting, trying to be cheap. And if you feel like you got some type of you can't be there. But
that's why I say even listen to his conversation and how he said it, it's just like, oh, I wish I would have had a girlfriend at that time. And so you could have had a girlfriend. It ain't that hard to be in a relationship.
No, I hear what but you say it's not. But I'm sure realistically for him,
I'm pretty sure he got offered many times. Oh, why we not this? Why we can't be in a relationship?
Yeah, because he was playing in the NFL. He still look young right now in this video. So I'm sure it was endless women trying to throw him some cheeks. So he was paying shit down.
But then that's what I'm saying. So that falls on you because your habits.
But that's what he's saying. He just said he's taking full accountability for yes, it's my fault that I didn't sit here. I should have gotten a relationship so I could have flourished more in my career. So I wasn't more focused on getting new box because when you're not in a relationship and you a horny nigga and you real life got options, you constantly chasing that box. So I'm answering all these DMs. I'm trying to sit here and say, oh yeah, because guess what? When you horny and you ain't got no steady girlfriend, that's when niggas got the stories on shit. I mean, I done drove 2 hours for some pussy before. I've done it. I'm niggas. I have drove 2 hours for some box before. You live in fucking this part of Maryland and you done drove all the way to fucking Allegheny, Maryland, or whatever the case may be, just for some box. And guess what? You drive that far, you gotta stay the night. Or you gotta come back. So now you done did a 4-hour jump in one day just for some box. Niggas do it, but if you had a relationship, that's what you're doing. You're not wasting your time. You just wasted 4 hours. We ain't even talking about getting to the box or how long you was in there even having sex with her. You talking about just the 2 hours to get there and the 2 hours back. That's 4 hours you can't get back. So it's just like all of those things add up, and most of the time, most people just don't be wanting to hear that. most people, when you're young, you really ain't thinking about that until it's kind of a little bit, you get older, it's a little bit later in life, and now you kind of thinking about like, damn, I wish I would have done something a little bit different. Sometimes some people get another opportunity to do it. Some people don't. So I mean, like I said, I appreciate somebody like him just coming out saying something. I do want to play this clip of this woman. It's a white lady, and I believe they live somewhere in Ohio. And the video was going viral of a real estate agent who built his home from scratch, and he was selling homes in this neighborhood as well. And the lady sit here and question, did he actually live in this development? Now, this man has sold homes in this development and helped, like from, like, I mean, well, I don't know if y'all follow any real estate people or know any real estate. Some real estate agents hop on neighborhoods early. No, they hop on them like from scratch. Like, so so they said, they got a lot. So they built, I didn't hear what you said. Yeah, you absolutely right. They got a lot. So they selling properties from scratch up. And even if they really believe in the junk, they may purchase a junk themselves. Like, hey, I'm gonna sell some houses around here and I'm gonna purchase one for myself. So which he did. And this woman would just, of course, being a white racist woman sitting here like, oh, hey, you don't look like you belong here. But I'm gonna play the clip. And that's, again, sometimes, man, I swear to God, one of probably the greatest creations of all times is the Ring camera. Them Ring cameras be saving a lot of people's lives and picking up a lot of conversations that people don't be knowing they picked up for real. And so crazy, real quick before I play that, it was so funny. And this was I was so glad that this conversation was clean. This was a couple years ago, and I was leaving this girl's house, and a homegirl of mine called me, and we were just having, I think she just literally, I forgot what something she did like tight. And I was just like, oh, that's fire that you did, whatever the case may be. But I'm leaving out the girl house and not realizing when you close and lock the door, it pick up, I guess the Ring camera, anytime somebody at the door, it pick up the jump. So she questioning me like, oh, you in my house talking on the phone I'm like, huh, what you talking about? So then she played the clip. I'm like, bro, are you listening to the conversation? Like, you heard it, but are you listening? I'm congratulating a friend on achieving a jump. Like, it's not like it's some flirty shit like, oh, I can't wait to see you or whatever the case may be, but you sitting here half-ass listening to a conversation. Like, you got the shit on record. You listen to it, you got tight, and you trying to question to me about the conversation. Why didn't you actually listen? And then when she listened back to it, then she apologized like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to just work on my past trauma. And that's why, again, when I just said 10 minutes ago, the difference between women and men is men will take their pain in there and just sit in the house and go to the gym and just figure out how to deal with it and hope when I come out back on the date and saying I'm just a better man, or I'm hoping that the women treat me like Aaron, Pierre, that's Mufasa.
That's what men really do. They sit in the house and they come back out a better person.
I mean, they try to.
Do it.
I'm saying they try. I wish I'm gonna find this clip that was his joke.
When females say that, oh, I'm just working on myself, because that's basically what you're saying that men are doing. Oh, I'm just working on myself because whatever. It's bullshit. Y'all call bullshit when a woman do it, but it's okay for a man to say that.
No, I'm gonna tell you. You know what's so funny? I'm gonna tell you. Listen to what I'm saying. The difference between when women say it and when men say it is when a man say it 9 times out of 10, you won't never see that man out on another date. When a woman say it 9 times out of 10, you'll see her on a date in 2 weeks.
Is that facts?
When you hear a man say he working on himself, and you hear
that don't mean he ain't dealing with nobody else.
Yeah,
that don't mean he not fucking nobody else. Just because you don't see him, don't mean that he not dealing with nobody else.
I mean, you know the rules. If it ain't on the gram, it ain't happening.
It's still happening though. She just bold enough to be in your face and do it. You lying and doing it.
I'm sure we did a survey on who sit here and say I'm working on myself. Who actually do more work on themselves? Is it women or men? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's the man. No, because women be just saying that shit just because
men can't stand being alone. Men have to hop out and get up under something else. They don't want to sit and reflect on or whatever the work.
I'm gonna tell you how you know that women can't stand to be alone more than men can. I'm gonna tell you a perfect example, because you'll never sit here and see a man like, damn, I'm cooking tacos today. When women talk about what they cooking, oh yeah, I'm in here. I swear to God, I see this on notes, especially on Sunday. Oh, I'm in here making turkey and gravy from scratch, and these mac and cheese with collard greens and cornbread I made with my hands. I put my soul in it. You're fishing for some niggas to be like, damn, you ain't offer me no plate. That's what you're doing. Huh?
If you did the same thing, that's you fishing, right?
Yeah, if I was doing the same thing, that's me fishing. But women do it every fucking Sunday. That's why I love them note shit, bro. Because I swear to God, you go on Instagram and all you gotta do is just scroll and look at the notes and just read what women post all day long. Women are some of the most thirstiest motherfuckers on planet Earth, though. Because I think
we thirsty because y'all keep biting. Don't bite. If you working on yourself, don't bite. And don't get in my DMs talk about where my plate at. Work on yourself. Make your own plate.
No, but listen what I'm saying. Yeah, you speak. No, hold, listen. I'm not.
That's the
Listen what I'm saying. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, but it's more niggas who ain't working on themselves. I think you getting the two people misconfused because you getting the super thirsty niggas who ain't never say he was working on himself. He the nigga who asking for a plate, but it's a nigga like me. I'm just looking at it and I'm just laughing. I'm like, all right, cool, just keep going. I know what it is. I know that you fucking fishing. I just know you throwing out a different type of bait. You just throwing out a different. Listen to what I'm telling you. Two things that humans need to understand. For the men who flash money, if you flash food, I guarantee you'll get a better quality of pussy than you got flashing money. And this is off of my life experience. I told y'all this. That's why I never delete none of my stuff over Instagram. From when I first got on Instagram, flashing money won't really get you no type of way. Flash a plate. Put a plate. I don't give a fuck if it's a paper plate. You cooked a home cooked meal the same way niggas geek for home cooked meals. So do bitches. And you will see under. And I still got all them shits. It's never. I done posted money on the gram before. Never might not get no comments. You post some food. It's gonna be where my plate at. Bitches do the same thing. So but let's be clear. So I know when I see women who do it, I know what you're doing. You showing you cooking this Sunday dinner because you want to show niggas I'm still a good woman. I know how to get busy in the kitchen like grandma do. You know what you're doing. You fishing. You cooking that plate is just like you sitting your ass on that fucking sink. That's it. It ain't no difference. This is just more of the clever way for people not to say you thirsty. It's because I'm showing off my cooking skills. But I'm looking at that plate the same way a nigga looking at you sitting on the sink with that ass on it. That's it. The women with some type of common sense and she may have some type of moral and principles. The bitches with no morals and principles just gonna post themselves half naked on the ground. But the ones who kind of like, I don't want people to judge me a certain type of way, they just gonna show you the plate.
So just like you say, you don't delete it. So you say you have pictures of you with the money and all that, right? Mm-hmm. But so if you posted your food right now, is that you fishing?
If I was a nigga and I was posting a plate, yeah, that's you fishing because somebody is. Listen, what I'm telling you, especially.
But you have to. But that's my thing. But you have to eat. You have to you're eating. So I'm just saying. So if you start like, I'm doing my meal prep, that's you fishing.
Yeah, listen,
that's you fishing,
nigga. Guess what? That might be the ultimate fucking fishing. But you know why? Because the motherfuckers who meal prep, because you know everybody. Because guess what? It's this time of the year. It's January. Everybody trying to new year, new me. Everybody's still trying to fake lose weight. So if you can find somebody who meal prep, because meal prep mean you really in the kitchen all day getting, and you kind of got your life with some type of structure because you fucking meal prepping. So you know what you do. I seen a girl do that shit today, and that bitch was fishing all day long. Why do you have to show? You ain't selling these fucking meals. You ain't showing these meals. So why do you got to show me that you meal prep?
Content.
Oh my god!
Why she can't do it for content?
Man, because we know the difference between people who
did you want to take the bait because she could have just been doing it for content.
Listen to what I'm saying. I know the difference between a woman that's posting her meal prep for content, because guess what? If you're posting your meal prep for content, guess what you also posting? You posting your pre-workout that you took. You posting your workouts. You just posting the meal prep is you fishing. Now, if you for content will be leading up to, I'm posting my juice and shit I'm doing in the morning. I'm posting my workout videos. Because that's all content. You can't just half-ass content. You can't just do the meal prep and don't do the rest. If we talk about if that's gonna be the excuse you're using, I'm posting it just for content, then cool. Where the rest of the content at? Let me see the workout video. Let me see you, because if you meal prep, you juicing too. So let me see the meal prep and let me see you juicing. But if you just trying to show off the food, you know what you're doing because now you fishing for the hardworking man he see the meal, he see all them little containers with all that food and his just hardworking ass like, damn, I wish I had a woman like that. You know what a nigga thinking about. That's where a nigga bring a hardworking man, see a bitch with some meal prep. He like, damn, that's a good woman. What they say, that's a good man, Savannah. That's how niggas be thinking with the women. Like, again, we all know.
Hold on. Go ahead. Are you baiting people in with the church scriptures too?
No, because most people brain ain't. You can't even like. That's not no baiting because then you got a baby.
No, because that's what I'm saying. Like,
that could be a turnoff to a lot of people though.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, certain.
Yeah, it could be bait for a very small group of people because that could be a turnoff for a lot of people. Somebody who posts scriptures, because let's be clear, if you on social media enough, it's a lot of people who be turned off by the super religious people on social media.
But I only asked that because just like how you said, like, even last week, you said about the whole when the girls thought you was a Commanders fan. But if I keep saying you posting that Jalen Daniels and all this, woo, I'm just that's what I'm just going off of. So I'm just like, all right, well, if you just you keep posting these scriptures or whatever the case may be, I might take that as bait. Or if you keep posting these commanders, I might take that as you might be a Commanders fan. So that's what I'm saying. Like everything, the way you saying is like you posting the food, that's bait. So
listen, we kid. If somebody like you, anything can be bait. But it's the difference between shit that you know for a fact that it's universally people gonna be thirsty for. That's just like a woman know her sitting her ass on a sink is gonna be universal thirsty. A woman can sit here and just post a selfie. If a nigga thirsty, if a nigga actually like you, you can just post yourself at work, like, oh, I'm here at work, and this is my regular work selfie. And a nigga who like you, he just gonna like it regardless. But it's a difference between certain things you know for a fact you post it, and you already know when I post this, I know what my DM's gonna look like. It's a difference. You know the difference. I'm not posting. Nobody's thinking, oh, I'm gonna post this description in the morning and I know that my DM's about to go crazy. Hell no. Because it'd be some Jones, like if you actually read, it'd be some of them Jones that go so deep. I don't even post them because I'm like, bro, this gonna turn more people off. You got to really be in a different type of bag for this to even mean something to you than just sit here. Like when I go through my Bible scriptures in the morning, it'd be some Jones that be like, all right, this is too deep. You can't even post this on social media because this will turn more people off than it would. You will sit here and be doing it some type of justice. But that's me actually reading it. And that's me understanding social media and understanding that 90% of the people who follow me, that's not where they are. If they even looking to find their faith, that's not even where they at in their walk. That's the same way if like you sit here and say shit. For some niggas, if I'm a Muslim man and I see a woman in her job and all that, that shit may be a turn on for me. But then if I'm not, that shit, a girl could really be on her deen and really pull up the Jumu'ah every Friday and be like on her prayer, got her whole situation on. But because I'm not a Muslim, that may be a turn on to a Muslim man, but maybe a turn off to me. So that's what I'm sitting here saying. All of that shit just depends. It's verbals for that. But two things that ain't never up for debate. You posting that damn food as a woman and a nigga, and there's going to be some niggas in that DM, or you sitting your ass on that sink and tune that shit up a little bit, and niggas going to sit here and do it. And now the new shit is the girls working out in the super tight workout clothes. You know what the reaction going to be. Especially the girls who got the super tight shorts and the half a cheek hanging out. You know what niggas gonna do. So, I mean, that's already what it is. Again, going back into the original, I don't even know how we got all the way over here. We were supposed to be talking about this Ohio racist lady.
Is that a stroller?
Mm-hmm.
She left her stroller?
Mm-hmm.
What? You let your child in the stroller?
No, she took the kid out of the stroller.
Stuff was deleted. Not me ever asking for any of it to be deleted. I made a public apology to them through a video to a whole Facebook page of almost 500 residents in our neighborhood. And then I posted in the comments multiple times when people were just saying, like, disgusting and just tearing down our family's name. I once again came on and I said, if there's ever an opportunity, if I can still, like, I'm
well, I'm so sorry to ever offended you. And so I absolutely apologize.
Girl, them tears don't work. You ever got your ass beat while crying?
No, listen to
Shit up.
but again, when we just talking about just the difference sometimes when we just talk about white and black, it was just like, bro, you sit here and ask the man that he live here. He said yes, and you said you don't look like you live here. And for you to sit here and try to lie and say it looked like a white man, bro, this man is black with a beard and dreads. He don't nothing about this man look like he white. It ain't. I'm talking about like absolutely nothing about him looks nowhere near close to being white. So it's kind of just like.
Did she take the child to the door too?
She had 2 kids with her.
No.
One of the kids was in the stroller. When he said, "Yeah, I live here," she was like, "No, you don't look like she did." She left the stroller and took the 2 kids and walked away. I don't know if she went to go call the police or what she did when she walked away from the camera. But then when she came back, it was just like, bro, what the like, man? People.
Why did she even go to the door?
Nigga, because she said the nigga didn't look like he looked here.
So
like
where was the guy at then?
He was in the house.
So how she see
on his door?
Oh, so she's seen him in the house.
She probably seen. Obviously, she said. I guess she seen the car or see him pull into the driveway.
Yeah, because that's why I'm confused. Like looking at that video, I'm like, you came to the door. I didn't know if he was talking at the.
No, he talking through the ring camera.
He talking through the ring camera. Yeah. So that's what I'm just like. So when she came up there with the stroller and all that, and she let the stroller. That's why I was just like, when you say, oh, and I heard him talking, his voice came into it, and I'm like, that's why I was kind of confused. Like, where did you see him at?
I mean, she seen him, I guess, when he went in the house, and then she followed him too. Like he went into his house and followed him to the house.
If he went in the house, then why do you think he went?
Man, that's white people. That's how they do. I mean, that's like I don't even necessarily know. Ain't no other way realistically to describe that besides what it is. That's what it is. It's just white people you profiling and being extremely racist. I mean, because of course we're about to get out of here, and I'm one of those people because I watch enough podcasts, and I know most people are tired of hearing about it. So I waited towards the end of the podcast. So and of course, I think for the last 2 weeks we even started off with Drake. So I was like, I would just end with him this week. I'm not gonna lie. Like Drake is literally at this point is literally just like. I'm cool if everybody just delete my shit off of their jump. And I think just realistically that to me, I don't necessarily know other way to look at it. I don't know no other way to kind of dress it up is because it's just like when we talking about shit that we just would never deem as cool just in general. Fuck if it's hip hop. It's just like, bro, who like you can't. It's like literally if a nigga picked a fight with you and you beat his ass and then he go press charges. That's basically what he doing. Like you doing, that's literally all at this point. That's all you're doing. So I'm gonna play this clip, and this is my point. When I can play a clip of a white woman being disgusted with you pressing fucking charges, and that's what they get in their bag, and that's what they do. That's how you know Drake is just at the like, bro. I don't even know how he come back from this. Like, nigga, you had to put out the greatest song of all times for you to ever come back from this. And then real quick, you know what's up? Real quick before I even play this clip, and I meant to. Now this is what I meant to kind of talk about earlier when we was talking about people just judging. I do think what has benefited Drake is the numbers game. I think the numbers game, and I also think streaming has benefited Drake because so many rappers, because you got so worried about your first week numbers, and you got so many. Just think about it, and I could be wrong because I am one of those people who came and got on the Drake party late. Especially when Drake was putting out music, when live mixtape and that Piff and all that was still a thing, I wasn't even thinking about Drake. Yeah, like none of that shit. I wasn't thinking about him at all. So my whole thing of it is though, and I feel like when it was a bunch of rappers just completely just putting out music whenever they wanted to, just dropping on live mixtape, dropping on that Piff, I don't think Drake had the dominance as he did when all the rappers conformed to just dropping on the DSPs and only dropping on Friday. I feel like the more rappers stopped dropping, you was kind of just only judging music off of numbers. When numbers became the bar for how we judge music, that is how Drake became the biggest rapper ever.
The Sprite commercial?
I don't know about none of that shit, but I'm just going off of just
Sprite commercial when his face opened up and all that.
I mean, that shit was a long time ago, so I just don't really. But I'm just sitting here saying now I'm just trying to remember, like, damn, when did music kind of really change, and when did Drake really put the music in a chokehold? And I felt like when people stopped. Yeah, but I mean, that was you talking about how long ago was that?
No, that's fine. I know. I'm just saying that, but I'm saying that was like Young Money Drake.
Oh, listen to what I'm saying. He still became Drake when Wayne took his foot off the gas on stop putting out as much music as he did. Like the less music other people was putting out, the more it was just like, okay, cool. I'm gonna be on everybody else's features, and everybody else ain't putting out as much music. Because you talking about let's just sit here and say if I was a diehard Gucci Mane fan and Gucci was putting out music every month, when would I ever have time to listen to Drake? But okay, well, Gucci not putting out as much music no more. Wayne stopped putting out as much music. So when all the rappers took their foot off the gas and stopped putting out a lot of music, and Drake was kind of the only person putting out music, he was the only person you can kind of find on features. That's when he became the bigger person. Because other niggas, when you started to get scared and too worried about, oh, my first week number sales, so people stopped putting out music. The only person who kind of always rose to the occasion when it came to first week numbers was him. So he was the only person that was always consistently putting out music. But just think about how many niggas, like even think about when, like I don't even know what project Drake had when Future put out Beast Mode and 56 Nights and when Future went on that run of them 3 projects, I don't remember what Drake was putting out at that time. So it was kind of like, that's what my point is, when niggas was really just putting out a bunch of music, or when shit, even think about it, like, and for like, again, for me, for somebody late, when Migos had YN, like I didn't have a bunch of Drake music on my phone. Like probably Drake, that probably was one of my first Drake verses I even actually liked, was him on Versace. But at that time, it didn't, like, that shit didn't mean something to me. Like, oh, Drake is on the Migos. I'm like, all right, that shit was cool. Like, oh, he went crazy on this song. But that didn't make me sit here and say, I can't wait for the new Drake album. Because at that time, that Migos project was like, that nigga, that shit was it. It was Hannah Montana, and Versace, like that shit was it. Niggas wasn't thinking about Drake, but when all of these niggas kind of took their foot off the gas and stopped putting out a bunch of music, and it was just like only on the streaming platforms, it's kind of like, I felt like all of these niggas kind of got blindsided and was waving the white flag. And I kind of can tie that into just, like I said, about to play and talk about him with the lawsuit thing, but even just talking about how many artists get frustrated when it comes to the label shit, getting signed to a label and not be able to drop music the way they are. I think a lot of people need to rethink about that, especially going into the New York. Yeah. So yeah, like so 2015. Yeah, so around, like I said, all of that time, like I wasn't checking for that nigga. I know for a fact I wasn't. I wasn't listening to him. I wasn't even thinking about him. Like he was nowhere near on my radar for people to sit here and care about. But that's just my point of, because I'm listening to Future, I'm listening to the Migos. I'm sure at that time, that's when Young Thug was starting to kick through, Chief Keef and all of them. Like I can go to a list of a lot of rappers in that early.
Because that was when they put out.
So, but that's my point. But he had to he catching the tail end of Future wave though. Future already 3.
That came out.
Live mixtape was out. So when that's what I'm saying. So that's my point.
You said, so okay. So then I get that, and that's why I asked you when I was like, were you really a Drake fan? Like with the whole singing and all.
So listen to what I'm saying. Perfect. So listen to what I'm saying. So perfect. So listen to what I'm saying. Perfect example. Probably the first 2 projects of his that I really downloaded was them 2 Jones right there together. What a Time to Be Alive and what's this shit with the white and black with the reading this too late. And those came in like right behind each other, right? So that's my point. So yeah, but even before then, it was still, like I said again, it was still nigga. Like I know for a fact when Love Sosa came out, I didn't even know who Drake was. But that's my point. When all of those people stop putting it, ain't no more Chief Keef. It's not like they just like niggas just like he almost won the game by niggas stop. They took their foot off the gas and he kept putting his on it.
It seems like a failed attempt sort of not to look petty, not to look like he's suing the artist that he just, annihilated him in this rap battle. Let's just call it for what it is. That song's a banger, right? But still, the idea is that Universal, I know you were a rap fan. I'm a Lars fan. I can never understand that. Look, legally speaking, the idea that Universal has been representing Drake for many, many years, that they know these allegations are false, they wouldn't be repping him otherwise, and the fact that they push this distribution so much, the song has been streamed on Spotify over 1 billion times. They've really been backing Kendrick Lamar on this one. Look, it's unique in this industry. I think it's sort of poetic justice. The song "Not Like Us," and a lot of people in the community are saying, this is not a deal with hip-hop rap battle piece. If you go in the studio, you lay down some tracks. This is not what Drake is doing. On legal grounds, I think he's on pretty shaky legal grounds. This concept of sort of informed consent. It's when you get into rap battles, you would expect that there's going to be some back and forth, and there is also First Amendment free speech rights implicated here.
Like I said, I don't know. To me, honestly, I don't know. I mean, of course, if you are a diehard Drake fan, I'm sure this shit don't mean nothing to you. You still gonna play the slaps. But I do kind of wonder a little bit if the rest of the music business sit here and say, like, hey, I'm gonna pull back from doing you a favor and letting you get on my songs. I do kind of want to see how can he fend for himself and just be like, can I get people's ear again, solo dolo? After all of this is after it's all said and done, can I just fight my way back to the top? I don't necessarily know if he can. Like it seemed like it may be the extreme right now because people have paid attention to his dominance for so long, but I can kind of like weave through a lot of that was like, damn, because he had this person on the song, or he had that person on the song, or he was doing joint albums with this person. Like, let's be clear, like the most craziest joint he recently had was the joint with him and 21 Savage. And I ain't sitting here making it like, oh, I'm a huge 21 Savage fan, but it just give you a different listening experience. Because like you get to hear him, he get into a different pocket where he get to rap super aggressive because he on a song with 21. So it's kind of just like I want to see how he dig himself out of this hole, especially if he just got to do it solo dolo. Because bro, soon it just seemed crazy. Like bro, this shit is just like however people felt about the Gunna shit. If you really just love the essence of how rap music feel, like bro, how do you sit here and not put this in the same category as a nigga being a snitch? Like I don't know, like I can't imagine like I'm about to go sue somebody. You know how crazy that sounds? Like, and I get people try to make it seem cooler than what it is. Like, oh, this is just some rich nigga shit. Yeah, I guess none of us ain't that rich. Even people who sit here leaning on that side, you ain't that rich. So why are you sitting here trying to shoot a nigga bail for something that you couldn't personally do right now? You personally today wouldn't sit here and try to go into court with somebody like, and that just be on your name. Like, yeah, I'm suing these niggas because they was help promoting this song that was called. Like, bro, nobody again in the real world, thank you, no pedo. So like, what the fuck?
And that's my thing. Is just like, dog, if nobody, you don't have no cases on you, you're not being convicted of anything. Just because somebody said that, somebody say you gay, you not gay. So like that I'm just
man,
like,
this nigga said he had to change his son's school. I'm like, bro, you are
bullshit.
crazy. What Drake did is literally what that white lady just did that I just played when she was sitting here crying talking about.
Now they might have been singing a song, but that's bullshit.
Bro, he said he had to take his kid out of school, blame the security guard getting shots on when it was just that could have been me and all. Like, bro, he opened the super crazy Karen bag again. Like I said, I wouldn't care. Like I'm not rushing to go listen to the new Drake song. Like, and again, that's why. And to the for people who think that I'm bullshitting, we an hour and damn near 30 minutes, and I'm talking about this in the last. I'm about to be done. I think I'm cool. Like this, I literally could have. Like if if the Ravens would have won, I promise you, I would have skipped this fucking topic completely. But I'm just like, fuck, like Lamar fucked me up, so I ain't got no choice but to talk about this for the last couple of minutes. Fuck Lamar Jackson.
But here's my question, right? And like everybody keeps saying the whole, well, you know, him and LeBron was cool and all this. Woo, woo. Do Drake kind of finally realize that he was just being used?
Used by who?
His friendship was used. Like he really wasn't like. Now do you see like who
would you feel like was using him though?
I'm just saying like everybody else, like how they might, your friendship wasn't as strong as it is to everybody, like with DeRozan and LeBron or whatever the case may be. Do you really think your friendship was that strong? Like you just feel like, all right, you was beneficial. You really wasn't.
No, I mean you just picked the beef with niggas who was just they was friends with, because if that was the case, niggas didn't pick Meek Mill side, niggas didn't pick Pusha T side. You picked the beef with niggas who was mutually cool with that same person.
The same person. Okay.
Yeah, so it's like so it ain't, this ain't just not your first time beefing with somebody and niggas completely switch sides with you. Like nigga, LeBron James rolled with you through the Pusha T shit. But okay, cool. I still live in fucking LA. Like, and a lot of times people, I think because people feel like LeBron James is like LeBron James. But guess who house you never hear get broken into and all the other shit. When Kevin Hart got violated a million times. Chris Brown get violated by women, men, everybody. Chris Brown don't own a piece of property that ain't got violated. Like it's niggas in LA shit that's super millionaires and their shit get violated. Guess who shit never get violated? LeBron James. So if y'all think that niggas just certain shit, niggas got to play politics sometimes. You never hear nobody ever sit here and do nothing crazy to fucking John Wall when he lived in DC. John Wall is still God if he come to DC. You know why? Because he played the politics game the right way. Like nigga, let's not act stupid. Like niggas be acting like, oh, like yeah, nigga, LeBron James is planning to end his career in Los Angeles. He want his son to play. Nigga, I'm playing the politics game the right way. Like what are you talking about? Like when Carmelo Anthony was just out bumping around and moving and shaking and pressing niggas with a bunch of wild, like nigga, he was doing him. Like niggas got to know how to play the politics game. Like look at how many people, when you talk about athletes and basketball players, when they used to go to the Rucker, think about how niggas talk about Fat Joe. Like it's just, that's my only thing is I think just some people just trying, because now again when we're talking about people giving their opinions and critiquing stuff at a internet level now. Like you forget about how many rappers had to play politics games with athletes and how many athletes had to play politics with rappers because where you live at or where the places you wanted to go. Hey, I want to go to this place, so I'm still cool with such and such. Like this thing about back in the day with the Rucker Park shit, like how athletes wasn't just going up there just off a bare ass without being connected to some rapper. That was never a thing. So it's just like even still, too. I understand when people think about LeBron because LeBron is damn near feel like he's bigger than life. So you feel like LeBron don't gotta play politics to the LA games. But when you see LeBron out and about, most of the time you see LeBron out, especially when we talk about LA shit, he don't be with a bunch of security guards and that because I'm sure LeBron found the way to play the politic games right. Because even in the midst of this Drake and Kendrick shit, I remember like one of the first Lakers games, the nigga from TDE was sitting courtside. Like it's just a little bit. I think that shit is a little bit different. I'm not from LA. I've never been there. I don't never want to go there. So I don't know the politics behind it, but I'm not dumb enough to not know. I understand that niggas have to play politics. I know that niggas got to shake the right hands so you can move around certain shit. I know for a fact that John Wall used to shake the right hands while he could literally be, Rose Bar can only hold 300 people. So when you hear niggas talk about all these crazy John Wall, this ain't like when niggas used to go to Love and it was this club could hold 5,000 people and you sitting all the way this super crazy away from everybody. Nigga, John Wall be in a junk that hold 300 people. These motherfuckers is on him like sardines and ain't a person thinking about doing nothing to him. Because he played the politics game the right way. I think sometimes when niggas be just so like, I don't be knowing what be niggas be when they get on these microphones and how they just erase what real life is. But nigga, just because he LeBron, I'm sure he still got to play some type of politics the proper way when he in LA. I don't think that he just violated Drake just off of all these crazy hypotheticals that niggas be throwing up. Like, I don't think that's what it is. I just think you picked the wrong nigga to beef with. And I still have a family to raise in Los Angeles. I have to be careful on how I move on this. I can't play for the Lakers and sit here and hold you down. You know how fucking stupid that sound? Like that shit just sound dumb as shit. Like that, some shit just don't even, like certain shit just wouldn't make sense. Like a nigga wouldn't sit here, you wouldn't sit here and just like, I'm about to sit here and go to this girl house every day and lay up with her and I'm beefing in her neighborhood. Like a nigga never, man. Like I said, again, I don't give a fuck. I'm cool. I'm not like whatever songs Drake got on my gym playlist and I listen to, cool, I can listen to it. If Drake never drop another song, I wouldn't care. It's not gonna make or break me. It's a new nigga every day to do that same type of tempo R&B shit. When I told y'all what's the nigga name that I sent you recently, it literally sounded like a Drake song. And when I sent it to a homegirl of mine, I told her, I'm like, bro, this just sounded like a Drake song. What's this boy name? What's his name? Kari. Would he spell his name? He spell his name. What do you spell it? Karr. I want to say Curry. That's how I'm saying it. It's Karri. Go listen to it. He got a song called Oakland Part 2. It literally sounds like a Drake song. Like that pace and that melody, a million niggas can do it. Tory Lanez was doing it this whole fucking time. So it's just like, bro, like, let's not make it like another nigga can't do it. Let's call a spade a spade. Drake had the ultimate machine and niggas wasn't dropping music at the pace that he was dropping music at. So it made him just the biggest nigga in the game. So, I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, I won't lose no sleep. If Drake never put out another song again, I wouldn't give a fuck. It was not going to make me cry. I'm not going to feel some type of way. Cool. So, like I said, we here each and every Tuesday. Like, share, subscribe, tell another friend to tell another friend. If you're on YouTube, we record on Sundays. You can tap right here on Sundays, and we'll be back next week.